Check 1 2, check 1 2. There we go. There we go. The mic is actually working now. I guess I have to check the chat. No, chat should be working. We are dual streaming to both YouTube and Twitch today. Thought I'd give it a try for Limbus Company and see how that goes. But yeah, hey there Nuggets, welcome to the food truck, or at least the back of the bus, or at least welcome to the bus. We're no longer in the food truck. We are on the bus, in the bus, somewhere around the bus of the Limbus Company bus. A handy dandy guy for all the new executive managers? Wait, I didn't realize this was here. Oh, I thought it was an actual guide. The game could use a guide though. So full disclosure before we get started, I also need to like move myself a little bit here. Yeah, full disclosure before we get started. I have, as mentioned last time, for anyone who wasn't here, I do have 2 accounts of this game. One is the one you're seeing right now on stream, which I have not really advanced the story any. Like, I think we just started Canto 1, and then we had an issue with the server when it first started, so gave that about a week to sort itself out, and now it should be fixed. Everything seems like it's in working order, so the point of the streams, as I am doing them right now, is mainly for the story. So this is going to be mainly for a story stream. I do have another account I am playing on, and I have not read any story on that account. However, big however, and there's a big however, I have been spoiled a little bit as I play through the game, because I beat chapter 2. I am now in chapter 3 on my personal account. Didn't get too far in chapter 3 because actually it's kind of tough, and also I hear chapter 3 is the last chapter for now until they add more stuff to the game. So no chapter 3 for me yet, at least until I know that until I know that they're gonna be adding more stuff. Otherwise, I can hang out like at the beginning of chapter 3, grind in Mirror Dungeon on my own time, and we'll be fine and dandy. For the stream account, I think eventually though I want to merge my main account with the stream account when we get to chapter 3, because chapter 3 is the last part, unless we get more content, and then I progress on my own on my personal account and all that stuff. Person, it's take what? Welcome, person. It's all take an attack. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but welcome. But yeah, so like I said, eventually I kind of want to merge my personal account with the stream account once we get to chapter 3, which is probably gonna take a little while because chapter 2 is hella long, and that's just how it is. Initially also I was doing the modules, Encephalon modules on the on the stream account. What kind of game is this? So Auntie, I remember you. You're with Amy. So here's the thing. This is a mobile game. However, the gameplay is similar, not exactly the same, but very similar to another game called Library of Arena, which are both made by the same devs. Lobotomy Corporation, Library of Arena, and now we have Limbus Company, which is a mobile game. And the devs who made this specifically have said that this is a fundraising so that they can do other games for the future. So it's like, okay, you know what? It's a gacha game. I get it. They need to make a little money because their other games are pretty darn niche, and also they have like a bunch of other projects in line that they want to do. So okay. So far though, like I said, I don't know anything about the story minus the little spoiler bits that I have run into while doing my personal account. But we're gonna try to get through at least chapter 1 today. I don't know if we'll get through all of chapter 1 because I know there's a dungeon at the end of chapter 1 which you can kind of see over here, but it's not marked for whatever reason. I'm not sure if we'll be able to get through the dungeon because the dungeon is pretty long, but we'll at least try to get through the main story chapter 1, and then we'll try to do the dungeon next time, and then hopefully a little bit more of the story. Thankfully, there's not a whole lot of story content, but we can get started now. Recap for anyone who wasn't here last time. We have 12 characters, 12 sinners, and this is all the characters that we will have controllable throughout the entire game. They have their own kits, their own abilities. However, we can only pick like 5 of these people in a fight. Unlike other gacha games, you know, where you roll for new characters, here you basically roll for different skins of each character, and each one of those skins have a different ability. We do have this welcome orientation thing that I probably should roll to see if it'll help us any for this account, but I don't know if it's that needed. Okay, well, let's go ahead and give it a try anyway. Why not? Let's start off with actual gacha. Except last time they allowed to use tickets on this one. I guess they said no. They said no to that. Use your other currency. Use your other currency, but we do have free tickets eventually that we can use. Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay, I have this other skin in my other account. And this one is different. So yeah, you get like different skins for each character, which have different abilities and stuff. But what I've found was that the base abilities are actually pretty darn good, because you need resources to level up the new skins. So if you're hard up with resources, base skins will get you through. Just have to read. Just have to read. Oh, what'd I get? Oh. Oh, I have this one too. Nothing new really for me that I've seen, but this'll do. This'll do. It's not a particularly good one. I don't think so anyway, because it's like crit base, and I'm not so sure how crit is built in the game. Sinclair's a cutie. He's the young one. He's the young rookie. He's the young rookie. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to be using any of those skins. We'll probably just go base for now, because it's actually pretty decent. And yeah, we'll just see what we get ourselves into. I'm gonna go ahead though and reconfigure this Steam to something I know that kind of works. Oh, I don't have EGO yet. Okay, if I don't have EGO yet, then maybe we can actually use some of this stuff. Or do I have to equip EGO? No, I shouldn't have to. It should be already equipped. Hold up.
네, 문제 없어요.
Oh, it just wasn't registering. Okay. Let's see. Nope, not that one. So there's just like resources over here on the side that tell you what everyone has and what is required to be able to pull off their specials. And we can only do 4 people. Okay, let me see if I could use someone else. Okay, this'll work. This'll work. The battle system of this game is actually, for a mobile game, is really, really complicated. Yes, what is it? Don Quixote suddenly raises her hand. Okay, the first rule of the bus is... What was the first rule of the bus? Don't kill each other? Because they did that in the last... They did that in the previous story bit, and it's like... They were starting to kill each other on the bus. Thankfully, we can bring them back to life, but it freaking hurts apparently. So, we try not to kill each other. Step 1.
아이 그걸 왜 굳이 나서서 물어보는 거야?
I mean, if there's a rule 1, there's gotta be a rule 2, right? Virgilius gave a cold stare to Roshu, who had just lit her cigarette. She looked back at him with a peculiar face.
두 번째 규칙. 버스 바닥에 담배꽁초 버리지 마. 자국 남으니까.
Now he's just making stuff up. The bus falls silent again.
잠깐. 버스에 정적이 흐르면 안 되지. 엔진 소리는 어디 갔나?
It's probably an electric engine.
왜 속도를 안 내는 거지?
밥이 없어.
No food.
미키가 배고파해.
What do we use as fuel for this thing anyway?
잘 됐군. 분위기를 좀 환기시키지.
I guess we use dead bodies to fuel this thing. Are we dropping it by a gas station? No, I don't think so. The idea of Virgilius casually plugging a fuel nozzle into the bus like an average driver felt alien.
차가 움직이려면 연료가 필요하지. 캐론, 헤드라이트를 깜빡거려봐. 무대 조명처럼.
응, 댄스 타임이야.
Dancy time?
잠깐. 헤드라이트까지 켜면 습격받기 딱 좋은 상황이잖아요.
I think that's the point.
그걸 노린 거군.
네?
I could hear someone slam the bus outside.
에이! 가진 거 다 놓고 내려. 30초 준다.
Number
10, 9.
Wow, ain't bright these guys. Number nuts hooligan.
이봐, 20에 빠졌잖아. 그럼 20초 동안은 기도나 하고 있어라.
왜 이렇게 주변에 모자란 사람들이 많은 건지.
뭐라고 했냐?
비겁하게 습격을 하다니 틀림없는 악인들이로군.
자, 다들 내려.
Well, there's our fuel.
그리고 말이야. 최대한 죽지 않을 만큼만 해줘. 알지?
No promises there. No promises there, now that I actually know how the battle system works. Alright. It's gonna be a little hard to follow, but do try to keep up a little bit. Okay. Okay, so here's our skills down here. And basically what we do is drag a chain through them, but on the top over here, you get like a range of numbers. So 2-9 versus 3-6. Normally you would think it would be like increments of 1 on a dice roll, but it's actually not. I guess it disappears. So there's these little coins here up top also, right next to the icons. That makes it a little bit more complicated. Basically, the more coins we have, the more chances we have to not fail an attack. But just because you only have 1 coin next to your skill doesn't mean you're going to fail the attack all the time. It just means that your RNG has to be really, really good to be able to get through. There's a lot of RNG here, so I'm just trying to pick the best route of skills. And there's also effects to skills as usual, but I'm just trying to make sure I have good rolls first before I do anything else here. And of course, these guys are easy, so I'm not gonna worry too much about them.
가보죠.
Chapter 1's like super easy. You can just do whatever, and you'll be fine. Chapter 2 is when it gets really tough. So I'm just gonna like drag whatever here,
좋은 전략이네요.
not even caring what I'm doing. It looks like it definitely looks like a lot of stuff going on screen, and it kind of is. It kind of is. But until things get a little tougher, you don't have to pay attention to any of this stuff. Just enjoy the clashes, the gore. There's a lot of gore.
솔직히 이번엔 좀 잘한 것 같네요.
All right, and then we keep going.
명령에 따를게요.
Okay, I'm guessing this is a filler fight. Or not. With a guttural noise, the side of the bus lurches and splits open. Ah! A number of human shapes littered the ground before its maw. Some were still conscious, while others weren't exactly in one piece. but yet this is what we use for fuel, and you can see them being grinded there, like in a meat grinder. Then the bus began devouring those served to it in the most literal sense, gluttonously, voraciously. How long is this going to last? Yoshu watched it with a satisfied expression, seemingly determined to savor every moment. While in the corner of my eye, Sinclair was clearly distressed.
다들 제정신이 아닌 것 같아요. 그렇지 않나요?
His reaction got me curious to know their stories. Just to make sure, none of you were forced to join, right? Though what I was involved in before my head's change is a mystery. I myself was practically forced to join the company, judging from what I know at the moment. And maybe they aren't so different from me. Or so I thought when... Sinclair's head drooped in response, like I struck a nerve.
그래요. 맞아요. 이건 제 선택이죠.
Supposedly. He muttered as if he were talking to someone other than me.
입사하지 않았어도 했을 일이요. 저기 또 악의 무리가 달려드네.
Alright, and I guess we just keep going for fights here. Just your typical filler fights until we get to the next main story beat, I guess. But yeah! Human bodies! Human bodies as fuel. Not exactly unusual in the city. Not exactly unusual in the city. It is very common for people to die left and right, and I kind of wonder sometimes. How they still have people after all the deaths. I feel like not many people grow old in this place.
해보겠습니다.
So it's like, yeah, what to do? Oh, you actually survived.
출진이다.
Well, 4v1, you're not gonna survive too long with that. Everyone's pretty brutal. Everyone's pretty brutal one way or another. Welcome to Project Moon.
제 덕은 아닐 거예요. 그래도 칭찬해 주셔서 감사해요,
Yay.
관리자님.
Level up more stamina. Okay, let's go.
내가 나설 차례인가?
We'll just keep the same team because the synergy is pretty good.
배부르게 밥을 먹은 지가 언제더라. 기계 덩어리 팔자가 더 낫네.
제공되는 식사는 모두 정량이에요.
그 정도 먹어서는 기운이 안 난단 말이야.
Thought I heard Heathcliff shout, "You think I'm doing this on a full stomach?" in the distance, but Rhodia seemed to pretend to hear nothing. Speaking of, does this bus run on stuff like blood or protein?
엔케팔린이에요. 로보토미 코퍼레이션에서 추출했던 에너지죠.
Okay, if it runs on that, then why are we feeding it people?
이전 엘사 말이군요. 특이점으로 에너지를 생산하는 회사라고 들었어요. 엘사가 몰락한 지금은 잔해밖에 남지 않았지만.
Spoilers, Lobotomy Corp in the first game basically goes bye-bye by the end of the game. Not actually huge spoilers, but the stuff that happens in there, that's a different type of spoiler.
맞아요. 그래서 지금은 구하기가 꽤 힘들어요.
I see.
하지만 메피스토펠레스는 신체에서 엔케팔린을 강제로 추출할 수 있죠.
The body. I posed the question, watching Otis give orders to the other sinners, then glancing to the maw of the bus in turn.
네. 엔케팔린은 뇌와 척수신경에서만 추출돼요. 특히나 생명 활동이 있을수록 효율이 좋죠.
I see. So that's why Virgilius told the sinners not to kill the assailants. Okay, and?
그럼 해당 부위만 먹여도 되는 거 아니야? 라기엔 피와 근육도 연료로 쓰일 수 있어요.
Literally biofuel. Nice.
엔케팔린이 시동과 추력을 위해서 필요하다면 나머지 생체 물질은 순항할 때 사용되죠. 엔케팔린
하이브리드요.
A hybrid engine. Gotcha. Faust went on to explain how most of the vehicle's fuel is taken from the branch facilities, and that it won't be sufficient source on its own. But most of it went in one ear and out the other. Well, that's complicated. Like the game. I got that it's tough work at least.
뭘요? 파우스트는 고생하지 않는답니다.
고생은 우리가 하고 있지. 이봐, 관리자 양반 또 온다고.
Alright. Clean up more mobs. Clean up more mobs. This is probably going to be the beat for a while until we get to whatever our destination is. Meanwhile, I think that this part of the game is like you trying to figure out how things work. But with how easy the mobs are, I don't think most people will figure out how this works until you get to chapter 2. Chapter 2, the difficulty goes vertical. Maybe not very fast, but it still goes vertical. And it's like when that happened, it's like, whoa! This is a mobile game. Are you sure you want to torture people with this kind of difficulty that you have in the normal games? I mean, I'm all for it. I am all for it. But I don't know how the casual people feel or new people to the series feel.
제 덕은 아닐 거예요.
But
그래도
yeah, I mean,
칭-
hopefully for anyone who likes a good story,
앞장서시오.
this is
앞장서시오.
몸이 찌뿌둥하던 참이었어. 몸이 찌뿌둥하던
something they would be interested in. Alright.
즉시 출격하겠습니다.
Okay, got two options. I can either use Rhodia or I can use
즉시
Otis.
출격하겠습니다.
I don't think it really matters which one I use though.
와, 기대되네요.
즉시
Alright.
출격하겠습니다.
Let's go with Rhodia.
이게
They're both good.
최선이겠죠?
They're actually both good anyway. We're not gonna have to use our specials
어이,
anytime soon in any
적당히
case.
끝내라. 곧 손님이 방문할 거야.
I guessed. Virgilius said, poking his head out the window. Ooh.
처음으로 가는 던전이니까 길잡이가 필요할 것 같아서요.
I see.
저 혹시 림버스 컴퍼니에서 오신 분들 맞나요?
Yuri. Someone approaches us slowly.
맞나 보네요.
The bus had just about finished its meal, crunching on the last remaining bone chips. Yuri watched it indifferently before introducing herself. Okay, not phased.
예전 엘사에서 근무했던 유리예요. 잘 부탁합니다.
Wait, it used to be one of my employees? What? I don't think I had a Yuri in my playthrough. But now I probably will add one if I do another playthrough. By L Corp, do you mean?
로보토미 코퍼레이션이겠군.
네, 우리는 로보토미 코퍼레이션 구 엘사의 옛 지부들로 향합니다.
저라면 불러도 절대 안 왔을 것 같은데.
Okay, so she's from a different branch. Got you.
추락한 날개라니. 분명 끝이 좋지 않았을 텐데요.
무슨 소리야? 날개고 뭐고 돈만 함께라면 뭐든 유쾌한 기억이 된다고.
거기는 아직도 괴물로 득실된다는 소문이 있던데.
괴물이 아니라 환상체요. 어쨌든 사실이에요. 하지만 더 중요한 것들이 있죠.
Well, Abnos are basically immortal. So you're never gonna get rid of them, sadly.
지부 가장 깊숙한 곳에
But it's nothing new apparently.
최근에 피어나기 시작한 엘사의 기술의 핵심 정수가 존재해요.
단테, 며칠 전에 내가 제안했던 걸 기억합니까? 성의를 새기게 해줄 거라고 말했는데.
Aspect.
정수, 황금 가지를 모아온다면 그 정도는 어려운 일도 아니게 될 겁니다.
The word aspect still makes my heart headache. What was I trying to do? What the heck is an aspect?
억지로 떠올리려고 할 필요는 없습니다. 그때가 되면 전부 알게 될 테니까요.
I returned a slow nod to Faust's placid advice. Alright, for now I should focus on what I currently know and see. And if it's lobotomy corpora scouring, we might find some enkephalin too.
아, 그러면 더 이상 사람들을 갈아 넣지 않아도 되겠네요.
거기다가 운이 좋으면 에고까지 얻을 테니 일석삼조네요.
Ego. You actually say ego. I've been calling it AGO this entire time. Ego. That's another unknown term that makes my head tilt. But in any case, it seemed rather rude to keep talking to each other when we had a guest on board. And someone else seemed to agree.
유리 씨는 무슨 일 하며 지냈나?
Gregor gave his best shot at making some conversation with a well-meaning smile to put the newest passenger at ease. His brow seemed to twitch due to lack of practice, but it's no big deal.
내가 보아하니 그대는 해결사일 것 같소. 그들에게서는 모두 고결한 영웅의 냄새가 난다고 하더군.
No, Don, that's just you. That's just you. As Yura was nodding lightly, I hear Ishmael let out a deep sigh.
어디서 그런 소식을 들었는지 모르겠지만 해결사는 그런 영웅들이 아니에요. 초라한 봉급자의 부질없는 냄새라면 몰라도.
The miserable stink of wage slaves. I mean, just a quick primer on what a fixer is, but fixers are basically what are they? Fixers are basically, I don't think jobbers is what the correct word. Handyman is also not the correct word, but they're like employees of an office and they do pretty much any odds and end jobs that they can find. And then each one's like ranked depending on how well they do and yada yada yada. And then higher ranked offices get more difficult jobs and people die left and right, that kind of thing. That kind of thing. Wage slave though, doing odd jobs for wages. I guess that's the other definition, or at least the reality of it.
금세 다른 밥벌이 찾는 게 쉽진 않았을 텐데 용케 해냈군.
아직은 계약직이에요. 아하, 굳이 다시 이곳으로 기어들어온 이유도 그거였겠네요. 예전 직장으로 돌아가서 크게 한탕이라도 치면 팀장 자리라도 주겠대요? 실적을 세우면 계약 기간은 늘어날지도 모르죠.
그렇지. 보통 계약직 시절은 실적 하나에 목숨을 걸어야 할 때니까.
아, 그거 참 부질없는 목숨이네요.
어이, 아까부터 왜 이렇게 비꼬는 거야? 뭐가 그렇게 마음에 안 들어?
She is very cynical. I thought Gregor would be the cynical one.
글쎄요. 처음부터 끝까지 마음에 안 드는 거 천지라.
Seemingly unaffected by the abrasive attitude, Yuri quietly took an empty seat. Looking back and forth between the two, Gregor returned to his seat as well, scratching his head. I can't seem to get used to being around these people. They're a bunch of weirdos, yes.
빨리 배어드는 편이 편할 겁니다, 단테. 그럼 출발하지. 손님께서 자리에 앉았다.
매피비 빵빵, 카른도 빵빵.
Boom. We might actually be done with chapter 1 pretty quick, so we might be able to do the dungeon too. And then we'll see what our progress is. Because I kind of want to do like chapter 2 in one go and chapter 1 in another go. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. In any case, not too fussed about the fights for now. When we get to the dungeon though, I'm gonna have to like pay attention a little bit more. Like it gets a little tough once you get to the dungeon, but it's not like too tough. But for now we just gotta get through all the trash mobs and make sure
금방 다녀올게.
we just finish everything. Not a whole lot of story as far as I can tell. Not yet, anyway.
좋아, 간다.
Not yet. But when you're like trying to like make what do you call this, content, story content for a mobile game, I guess there's like a balance between trying to not necessarily drag out, but fill in a chapter. I don't know. I guess it just depends on what the game does. But early game for any gacha game is always going to be weird. I feel like it's always going to be weird.
그래도
See, I forgot how many chapters, little sections there were in chapter 1, but it's going to be fast.
최선은 다해.
It's going to be fast until we get to the actual dungeon.
지도는 제게 있는데요. 길은 어떻게 알고 가는 건가요?
If you have the map, what roads do we take? Answerless. The bus keeps speeding in it anyway.
그건 말이지. 감이지. 카른의 감.
Intuition.
네?
And also happy music in this very bleak world.
분홍머리. 카른 앞을 이상한 종이로 막는 이유가 뭐야? 계속 이상한 방향으로 가니까 그렇죠. 이 지도를 보세요. 우리가 가는 쪽은 남동쪽 방향인데.
Okay, so she just keeps driving and we keep going the wrong direction. I see. No wonder we run out of fuel so quickly. Karen reluctantly gives the map a cursory glance, as she couldn't ignore the thing right in front of her eyes.
마음이 향하는 곳, 그곳에 진짜 길이 있을지니. 옳소! 우리는 모두 마음이 향하는 곳으로 나아가야만 하네. 그냥 지도 보는 법도 모르는 길치라는 거잖아요.
제가 하고 싶은 말을 대신 해주실 줄이야.
To be fair, reading a map's kinda tough sometimes. Yuri and Ishmael put a palm over their respective faces at the same time, almost like they were in sync.
오, 우리 기사님 친구라도 생겼나 봐.
분홍머리가 계속 제잘거려. 난 길을 알고 있단 말이야.
Do you know?
아니 그러니까 방향이 잘못. 앞에 또 장애물이야. 부릉부릉 할까?
Yes, vroom vroom away.
아니 카론, 기다려봐.
어이! 버스가 근사해 보이는데 나도 좀 타보자.
Do you have any money? Do you have any money to ride the bus? Otherwise, you're gonna be paying with your body. Literally.
메피스토 팰레스의 후식 시간인 모양이군. 내리지. 아직 밥을 더 먹여야겠어.
More bus fuel. Sure, why not? Why not? Chapter 1 is, I bet best we can sum up is try to get to the dungeon and feed the bus fuel in form of random mobs for a while.
금방 다녀올게.
That's basically what chapter 1 is. That's basically what chapter 1 is.
좋아, 간다.
Alright. Good thing you guys are so weak. Chapter 1, super weak.
간다.
Like they'll get some lucky hits once in a while, but for the most part, not enough to kill us yet. Not enough to kill us yet. Chapter 2 is when we start dying left and right. Especially if you don't read.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
I'm just kind of waiting on new content as far as the game is concerned. But it's gonna take a little while. They made like a roadmap for like 6 months out, and understandably, the production speed is pretty darn slow because they got a lot of stuff to do. I think they're kind of a small studio, question mark,
제독은 아닐 거예요.
but they're doing a lot of
그래도
stuff.
칭찬해 주.
They're doing a lot of stuff. see, how many more do we have here? Alright. Still a while, apparently.
내가 나설 차례인가? 카론, 이쪽이 동쪽일까요? 서쪽일까요?
Who knows?
카론은 두 가지 방향만 알아. 메피의 앞쪽과 뒤쪽.
We either are going forward or we are either going backwards. Got you.
지금까지 방향도 모르는 사람이 어떻게 운전기사를 했대요?
Yeah, how did they get to you? That's a good question.
카론. 그러니까요. 해가 뜨는 쪽이
At the driver's seat, 3 heads gathered together over a map. Well, one of them might have been at a slightly different elevation from the others.
꼬맹이, 너도 저기 끼어 있어야 하는 거 아니야?
Chiquita?
무례한 소리!
Ah,
난
her.
어린이가 아니라네! 꼬맹이는 더더욱 아니고!
Nah, you're short. You're definitely short. Watching Don Quixote shake her fist sky high at Rhodia, I noticed a bitter gaze falling upon them out of the corner of my view. I'm starting to think that Yuri gal might have been put up with a rough childhood. Might have put up with a rough childhood. She's kinda used to this, it seems. Gregor turned around to take a glance in my direction, then shook his head and went back to looking at the driver's side with his chin resting on his hand.
딱히 어린 편도 아니야. 일단 칼을 줄 수 있으면 전쟁에 참전부터 시키는 둥지도 있었으니까.
Ness. And Ness was basically the center of a district, if my memory is correct. Sounds like Ness used to get in wars with one another in the past. Did that happen often?
아주 없는 일은 아니었지.
Not frequently, but sure as hell did happen, I see.
관리자 양반, 전쟁에 대해 궁금한 게 많나 봐.
Oh, I'm not really curious about the details, just gathering info I should know as the manager. As I was about to go, a glimpse of Gregor's expression I caught from the side stopped me in my tracks. His eyes seemed to be fixed somewhere far more distant than the driver's seat.
그런 자세를 뭐라고 하고 싶은 건 아니야, 관리자 양반. 오히려 좋은 자세 아닐까? 상관의 귀감아닐까 싶은데.
He slowly continued, taking a pack of cigarettes from his pocket.
그래도 개인적으로는 모를 수 있을 때 모르는 게 기회일지도 모른다고 생각해. 일단 알게 되면 다시는 모를 수 없게 될 테니까.
Without another word, he lit his cigarette. Knowledge.
아니요,
Okay.
방금 저쪽에서 우회전을 했어야죠.
괜찮아요, 카론. 조금만 더 가서 꺾어도 올바른 길로 갈 수 있어요.
아, 기사의 삶은 고단해.
Backseat drivers. She's got backseat drivers.
뭐 지금 더 급한 건 목적지로 가는 길을 아는 것 같네. 그렇지, 관리자 양반?
Gregor cackled with cigarette smoke still in his mouth. I was still curious to learn what he'd been through, but he's right that I should focus on other things for now. An urgent matter showed up right before our bus-shaped doorstep too.
옥신각신을 그쯤 해라. 전방에 다시 적이다.
And then the excuse to fight more people.
친구들을 버스에 쳐넣다니 미친 새끼들! 제정신이야? 가만 안 둔다. 버스만 가지려고 했는데 너네도 전부 죽인다!
베르, 연료들이 시끄러워. 카론, 2명 이상 시끄러우면 어지러워.
걱정할 필요 없다, 카론. 이제부터 조용해질 테니. 전원 하차.
Alright. Who wants to die next? We just get more fuel. Hopefully the dialogue isn't quite so repetitive in the next chapter. I can see I didn't really miss too much, minus a few bits of details here and there, but
금방 다녀올게.
you know, we gotta go through the motions. Of this.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
Like, when was the last time you've actually seen a gacha game with
가보죠. 가라앉는군요.
pretty cohesive and non-intrusive story from right from the start?
해냈어요.
I think the only one I can think of off the bat is probably Nikkei. Which is kind of weird if you know what Nikkei is. It's kind of weird to think about, but apparently it was written like
제가 해낸 거
pretty
맞죠?
darn well.
꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘.
Pretty darn well
단테.
where it actually flowed a little bit, but you know, there's still the occasional
해보겠습니다.
oh, we gotta fight now hiccups here and there.
해냈어요.
But you know, I think
적을 난파시켰습니다.
just personally you just kind of need that
꺼냈다.
filler.
맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
I don't see any other way around it, to be honest. To have like the filler content,
자,
just to keep things
다시
going
지도를 보자고요.
and spend the stamina too.
카론, 딴 좀 피우면 안 된다니까요.
Looking at the trio arguing over the map once again, a question arose in my mind. By the way, this bus was specifically made for Limbus Company, right?
정확히는 저희들만을 위한 버스라고 해야겠네요.
Isn't that basically what I said? Or you mean specifically for the people on this bus currently?
그게 그 뜻 아니냐고 생각하고 계신 것 같네요.
That's weird. I don't think I spoke that part out loud. Is a clock broken or something?
그 정도는 째깍이지 않아도 알 수 있어요. 파우스트는 모르는 것이 없으니까요.
Anyway, it must have taken a long while to get it out of the oven, especially with that mouth on the other side.
예상한 만큼 걸려서 만들었을 뿐이에요.
She's downright oppressive to talk to. Yeah, I mean, she's a bit of a know-it-all.
파우스트는 천재예요. 도시의 모든 것을 알고 있죠.
어이, 그렇게 뛰어나시다면 저 앞에 가서 길부터 찾아주지 그래. 아까부터 저것들이 시끄러워서 잠을 못 자겠잖아.
We can't exactly help them. They'll just keep fighting with each other. All right? They'll just keep fighting with each other.
파우스트는 오지랖쟁이가 아니에요. 묻는 것에는 대답하지만 묻지도 않은 것을 말하지는 않아요. 그리고 인간이 무언가를 깨닫기 위해 골똘한 고민을 하는 건 가장 즐거운 일이랍니다. 파우스트는 산통을 깨고 싶지 않네요.
She's not wrong. Let them cook. Let them figure it out.
뭘 골똘히 고민을 해봤어야 공감을 하죠.
I saw Heathcliff's grip on the Bat Titan. However, with Virgilius casting a glare his way, he clicked his tongue as he crossed his arms and forced his eyes shut. Don't you go beating up everyone else. Again. I wonder why they're so vitriolic with each other.
나랑 마음이 꽤 맞는 것 같네, 관리자 양반.
Wait, so this wasn't always a thing? With Gregor snickers, the bus starts again. And we go to the next little bit. Hopefully to a dungeon soon, but I forget how long this is.
대독은 아닐 거예요.
I forget how long this
그래도
is.
칭찬해 주셔서 감사해요.
We're getting pretty close though, so maybe it's like 12. I'm gonna guess like around 12 little mini
빨리
chapters
끝내고 밥
here.
먹으러 가자고.
12 sections.
그래, 혹시 저치들과 아는 사이야?
응? 무슨? 이 뒷골목에 내가 아는 얼굴이 있을 리...
Gregor's face goes dark the moment he looks out the window. Bugheads? Unlike the other miscreants we run into, they were part insectoid.
단테, 머리가 시계라서 다행이야. 저런 거였음 쳐다볼 때마다 헛구역질했을 것 같아.
저거 그레고르씨랑 같은 강화 시술 아니에요?
저런 징그러운 벌레 대가리를 일부러 붙여놓는다고?
가까이 붙지 마. 너한테도 해충병 없는다.
정말이에요?
장난이야. 근데 개그 센스가 이상한 건가?
Well, it's kind of hard to have a sense of humor with all this doom and gloom happening. While Gregor was left scratching his head, the bus made a languishing sound and came to a slow deflating halt.
과거 쥐사에서는 대부분의 직원들이 그레고르 씨처럼 생체무기 시술을 받았어요.
그레고르씨 예전 쥐사 출신이었어요? 그때
G-Corp.
쥐사라면
What is G-Corp? Ishmael frowned as if she remembered something unpleasant, but didn't speak further. Gregor wore a smile on his mouth, but his hardened eyes were resting downcast, just as a moment ago.
저런 분들은 평소엔 어디서 주무시는 건가요?
세상에는 하늘을 천장 삼고 별을 조명 삼아 사는 사람들도 많은 법이지.
아, 풍류가 있는 분들이로군요.
Hello, Raiselux. Welcome. Is this my first time playing a Project Moon game? No, because I can actually read. I can actually read that. I played Lobotomy Corp, finished it. Played Library Arena, finished it. I do have a second account on Limbus Company, which I am playing off stream, but don't know the story. I mean, I have been spoiled a little bit as I was playing the game, and I'm in the beginning of chapter 3. So the point of the stream is just to play through the story, see what it's up, and actually get some context to some of the spoilers I've seen. That's basically it. That's basically it. But no, it's not my first time. Welcome though, welcome. I don't think that's what he meant. What are we talking about?
보아하니 저들 역시 우리의 여정을 방해할 마음인가 보군. 내려야 하지 않겠어, 그레고르?
굳이 날 찝어서 말하는 이유는?
글쎄, 남의 추억을 내 입으로 떠들고 싶진 않은 걸. 앞장서, 그레고르. 이유는 네가 잘 알잖아.
See?
고약한 사람이네.
Basically getting picked on for this. Ah, I've seen these guys in a fight, but I've not actually seen the cut-ins for these. A group of soldiers with the heads of insects gathered near the bus.
어디 앞장서는 거 별로 안 좋아하는데.
넌 뭐야? 왜 우리랑 같은 팔을 가지고 있지?
가만, 낯익은 얼굴인데.
주로 포스터나 잡지에 서식했던 적이 있지.
Gregor, do you know them from somewhere?
그런 게 중요한 건 아닌 것 같은데요, 관리자님. 옛날 이야기할 상황은 아니에요.
신경 쓰이긴 하지만 아무렴 어때? 어쨌든 이 앞으로 못 지나간다.
Is that so? Suppose we can't talk this out.
그런데 이것들은 왜 대놓고 벌레 모습인 채로 다니는 거야? 어린애들은 마주치면 눈물부터 터뜨리겠어. 그렉처럼 티라도 덜 나면 좋잖아?
내가 특이한 케이스야. 대부분은 머리통에 무조건 곤충 부분이 붙어버리거든. 이걸 운이 좋았다고 해야 할지는 모르겠지만.
Yeah, your right arm's kind of like transformed almost half the time.
이유는 모르겠지만 저 사람들 우리가 로보토미 집으로 향하는 걸 막으려는 것 같았어요.
이들도 황금 가지를 노리는 거야?
그럴지도. 그 정수를 원하는 자는 널렸으니까 각각이 바라는 소망도 다양할 테고. 그렇지 않나?
왜 날 쳐다봐? 내가 알 리가 없잖아.
Okay, so now we're fighting the bug people. Didn't realize there were bug people. I thought there was like just random like mutants or something like running around. I guess the bug people are technically mutants, right? Technically. I mean, technically. Just kind of glad these first sets are going to be like super easy, so I don't really have to pay attention to this. Don't have to pay attention to this just yet.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠? 해냈어.
이 정도야?
Where's my auto? I want the auto. I know auto sucks, but still. It just makes the selection a little bit faster.
해보겠습니다.
Oh, we actually lost those rolls. Not bad. Man, I kind of want to play more Library Arena. It's like, yes, I already beat it once, but going through the Abno fights was actually pretty fun. I'm kind of hoping, at least for the future of Limbus Company, that we get to fight some familiar abnos from the previous games. Imagine, Queen of Hatred. Queen of Hatred in this game. Oh boy, that would be very annoying. And then you have nothing there too. Ah, jeez. If you actually get
제 덕은 아닐
to
거예요.
fight any of the original abnos in this game, that's gonna be one heck of a time.
뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
도착했다. 역시 카로는 길을 알았던 거야. 역시는 무슨 역시예요. 저랑 싱클레어 씨가 양쪽에서 얼마나 고생했는데.
그래도 이제 동남쪽과 동북쪽을 구분할 수 있어서 다행이에요, 카론.
So this is the old L Corp.
저도 직접 보는 건 처음이네요. 그 일이 있고 나서 시간이 오래 지나진 않았을 텐데요.
세상에, 어떻게 건물이 이 모양일 수가 있죠?
부잣집 도련님한테는 익숙하지 못한 광경인가 보군.
잡담은 그만. 하차한다.
We're here. Get off the bus. Huh, there are people over there.
유리 씨와 같은 사무소의 해결사분들이에요. 엘사지부에 이미 몇 번이나 방문한 적이 있는 경험자들이죠.
인사하지. 왼쪽에 있는 분은 홉킨스 씨, 그리고 오른쪽에 계시는 분이 아야 씨다.
안녕하십니까.
Oh, you two.
붉은 시선님, 직접 만나뵐 수 있어서 정말 영광입니다. 소문으로만 익히 들어왔었는데 이렇게 직접.
Crossbow and a gun. Those are kind of expensive to run.
아, 저 앞에 허름한 창고 보이지? 안쪽에 지하로 내려가는 계단이 있다. 계단부터는 여기 유리 씨가 맡을 거고.
네.
여기 해결사 분들도 경력직이니 돌발 상황에는 잘 대처해 줄 거야. 이만하면 되었겠지. 내 동행은 여기까지다. 버스에서 너희들을 기다리고 있겠어.
Alright, we can handle it. Wait, what?
언제까지고 뒷바라지를 해주고 있을 거라 생각했다면 큰 오산입니다, 란테.
혼자서 발 뻗고 쉬고 있겠다는 건가?
애당초 내가 동행하면 너희들은 관광하러 내려가는 거나 다를 바가 없지 않겠나?
한마디로 실컷 쥐어 터지고 썰리고 오라는 거군.
That's kind of the point, yeah?
보통 저렇게 말하면 항상 다른 꿍꿍이가 있던데.
편한 대로 생각해. 특별히 가이드 분까지 붙여줬으니 잘 해내고 오라고.
네, 잘 해내고 오겠습니다. 붉은 시선님.
최선을 다해보긴 할게요.
Okay, no fights here, from what I could tell. I don't think did I select anything at the beginning? I don't think I did. That was just a story portion. So we're just gonna go straight into the dungeon now, I think. Oh no, there's still some rabble to clean up. And I forgot what I did exactly. Also, getting to the end of chapter 1 in 1 hour was not what I expected. So this might be either a short stream today, or depending on the time, we might be able to like touch chapter 2. Or we might save chapter 2 for next time, actually. But we should be able to get through the dungeon now. Pretty quickly.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh, are they actually beating my rolls now? Okay, maybe I have to pay attention a little bit. No one is staggered yet. I guess that's a good thing. Nah, the rolls are still pretty weak.
맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Yeah, still in the tutorial phase.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
겨우 이 정도야. 한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테. 한 건 했다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
I wonder if this music wasn't used in any of the previous games, has it? I don't think so.
완벽하네. 오히려 살짝 싱거웠달까?
For some reason, it sounds a little bit of Library Arena from the. Oh, we got another fight here.
명령에 따를게요.
We weren't right in front of the dungeon. Okay, I see.
단테, 잠깐 나 좀 보시죠.
While the team was busy exchanging greetings, Virgilius called me to a secluded place.
미리 말해두자면 저들은 8급 해결사입니다.
Grade 8?
서열이 낮은 심부름꾼이라는 뜻입니다. 저들을 이용은 하되 의존하려 하지 말아야 할 겁니다.
I can't count on them to deal with everything for us. In other words, I nodded to let him know that I understood his point.
어쩌면 그 버스 안에서 제대로 대화라는 걸 할 수 있는 건
Wait.
당신뿐일지도 모르겠어.
Wait, a while ago he wasn't able to understand us, and now he can finally understand us. Maybe he finally got used to it.
문을 빕니다. 단테.
Unless we're skipping the translation portion. Virgilius pat my shoulder with a bitter smile before slowly making his way back to the bus. And that was it? That's all you gotta tell us? It's like, yeah, okay, a little background on fixers. Low rank, got it. Don't count them, got it. They'll probably die, got it. If they're grade 8 fixers, what does that make us?
좋아, 간다.
Company employees, agents? I mean, if I remember correctly, agents aren't exactly that much stronger than fixers, but, you know, maybe a little bit better trained. But the ranking system's not exactly equivalent between the two.
제가 해낸
If I
거
remember
맞죠?
correctly anyway. Alright. Hopefully we can get to the dungeon right after this.
금방 다녀올게.
The one thing I'm still a little confused about with the battle system is the damage calculation. Because I don't think it's a... Because before in Ruina, I know the rolls determine the damage, but there's like so many multipliers here, and we actually have a defense number. So, where does that play in? Where does that play in? 17 attack, 18 defense, 15 attack, 16 defense, but the rolls probably aren't exactly like attack minus defense kind of thing. I feel like it's... Oh, some of our people got stunned. Staggered. Oof. I guess I should pay attention a little bit then. Especially when these guys come up. It's like I get the coins, how the coins like determine the rolls and stuff, but the damage. Still need to figure that out. Because it's like just because you roll a 4 doesn't mean you're gonna do 4 damage, even on normal resistances. Okay, here we go. 1 Ankefalen module. I have 27. I've been using them way too much. Designate the identity so we'll enter the dungeon with you. You can't adjust your team once inside, so choose wisely. Okay. No, we're gonna stick with the base identities because that's what actually works pretty well. Looks like we'll be going through the dungeon for this stream. We enter the derelict building of Lobotomy Corporation. As the light goes dim, the dreadful stench of the underground grows stronger.
냄새가 지독해요.
허파 속으로 쓰레기가 막 붙고 있어.
Lovely.
되려 머리가 맑아지는 냄새요.
다시 한번 말씀드리지만 이 안에서 죽으면 전투가 끝나도 되살아나지 못해요.
되살아나?
유행하는 개그인가 봐. 요샌 도시에 무슨 이야기가 떠도는지도 모를 정도가 되어버렸어.
Oh, it looks like a taser gun now that I look at it. That's a little bit different from the bullets that we've seen before. They seem to have misunderstood us, but seeing as Faust made no comment on it, I decided not to add my input. The sources of this rancid smell were a more pressing concern. Looks like they probably died a while ago.
정확한 관측이십니다. 시체의 분격에 다다른 것으로 보이는군요.
벌레들이 한창 잔치라도 여는 모양이네.
얼른 서두르자고.
응? 그래. 자기 혹시 벌레 무서워해?
Gregor babe? Really? Gregor babe?
이건 노파심인데 설마 벌레 시체를 얼굴에 들이대는 유치한 짓은
짠!
하지 않을 거라비. 아이 저리 치워. 뭐가 이렇게 웃긴 거야?
It's like, just because I'm a bug does not mean I like bugs.
웃기잖아. 벌레를 무서워하는 게 다른 사람도 아닌 자기일 줄은.
I mean, I ate bugs before. Didn't say it was like a pleasant experience though.
그래. 그렇게 싫었어?
됐어.
거기 장난은 그만 쳐라. 관리자님이 신경 쓰셔야 할 거리를 만들지 말란 말이다.
잠깐. 이 시체는 아직 온기가 있군요.
How?
공격받은 건 꽤 최근인 듯하구려.
The gloom that had cast over Yui's face cleared after observing the bodies for a minute.
우리 로보토미 코퍼레이션 직원들은 아니네요.
여긴 이제 금광이나 다름없는 곳이 되어버려서 어중이 떠중이들도 모여든다더군요. 몇몇 해결사나 조직들 사이에선 로보토미 드림이나 엔케팔린 러쉬란 말이 도는 정도니까요.
But good luck with that. Good luck with that.
로드 앤 러쉬. 멋있는 줄임이군.
조용히 있다가 기껏 말한다는 게.
그러한 잉글리쉬는 본래의 뜻을 가물하게 만들지 않겠소.
제 말이 그 말이. 이상 씨, 뭔가 말수가 많아진 것 같은데요?
이상하오?
그이는 원래 말수가 적지 않은 사람이에요.
He just needs stimulation.
최근에 조금 바뀌었을 뿐.
Also, I just noticed Faust's sword over here. I didn't realize there was a little skull detail on it.
관찰력이 높은 졸개가 많아지는 건 나쁘지 않은 일이지. 계속 지금의 상태를 유지해줬으면 좋겠군. 가지.
마치 그대가 캡틴 같구려. 관리자께서 할 일이라고 보호만.
제가 주제가 넘었습니다, 관리자님.
Yeah, I'm still here. Frowning as though she were caught off guard, Otis bows to me as she apologizes. No, it's nothing. Let's sit down. Most of the corpse's body parts were morphed in bizarre ways, and the old LULdog logo right there. One had pairs of wings protruding through their intestines, another had horribly twisted antennae hanging down.
우리가 아까 마주쳤던 자들이랑 비슷해 보이지 않나요?
그 벌레 머리 하고 있던 사람들 말이죠.
I see, so they were trying to do stuff down here.
조용. 전방에 거수자 포착.
As Otis noted, multiple figures could be seen down the corridor.
거수자? 그 뭐야?
거동 수상자. 적일지도 모른다고.
I'm sure one idea crossed all of our minds. The enigmatic abnormalities that might be roaming this facility, as Faust mentioned. That might be what those shadowy figures are.
마주칠 수밖에 없겠군.
어이, 거기 누구야?
G Corp Remnant. Oh, those bug people. Instead, what we faced was people. It was too early to deem that was fortunate, though.
뭐야, 이 근방엔 우리들뿐이라며.
You guys having a feast there? What are you guys eating? Anything good?
입구 쪽에서 처리를 못한 건가? 그새 다른 쥐새끼들이 들어왔나 보군.
That looks like an abno. Are you sure you can eat that?
어이 벌레들, 아까 그 시체들은 너네 친구들이냐?
시체? 나이 새끼.
잠깐.
어디서 온 찌꺼기들인진 모르겠지만 들어봐. 어차피 너희도 엔케팔린을 챙기러 온 거지. 여기서 한층만 더 내려가면 손쉽게 엔케팔린을 얻을 수 있어.
So haven't you gone down yet?
거기는 너희에게 양보할게. 서로 챙길 것만 챙기고 좋게 좋게 헤어지자. 고.
알아본 것 같네.
The moment the soldier's eyes landed on Gregor's face, their thin veil of kindness was torn down.
이 배신자 녀석.
아, 너는 전방에 소속돼 있었나 보네. 어때? 그래도 포스터보다는 실물이 낫지?
Wanted posters?
헛소리 집어쳐. 내가 너 따위에게 경례를 했었다는 게 역겨우니까.
이런 실물이 되고 한 것도 아닌데.
너는 그 가짜는 특혜로 시술 부작용 없이 평범한 사람 행세하며 살아갔겠지만 우린 아니었어. 이 기만자 새끼야. 우린 전쟁에서 패배하자마자 버려졌다고.
버려진 건 나도 마찬가지였어. 모든 군인들이 똑같지 않나? 그 중에서도 너희들은 버려진 벌레처럼 살아가기 선택했나 보지?
어이, 적을 도발해서 좋을 건 없지 않은가?
당신도 군 출신이라면 알잖아. 앞에 서 있는 것들과 싸우게 될지 아닐지 정도는.
순순히 보내줄 생각이었는데.
Really now?
저 배신자 새끼째로 잘라 죽여주지.
어이없는 새끼들이네. 우리가 엔케팔린을 가져오면 그대로 뒤통수 갈겼을 것들이.
그랬던 거였어요?
I mean, I would.
밑바닥에 떨어질 대로 떨어진 놈들한테 의리란 게 남아있을 것 같냐? 가진 놈들도 뒤통수를 쳐 때리는 판인데 그럼 말랑한 걸 기대하냐 넌?
Well, are we gonna get into a fight right away? No, right? Yeah, we got this going on. Dungeon navigation. Think of it as a roguelike. Pretty much. Sinners don't heal after battle in dungeons. 0 HP are unable to participate. Keep track. Defeat and retries. After losing a battle, you can reattempt it from the start with whatever living sinners remain in your team. Okay. Or, you know, you can restart in the middle of a fight and try again with your team full back to health how they were before the fight. But right now, it really doesn't matter which way we go. So, let's just go to the most convenient spot. Do I? Crap. Is there anyone else I can use? No? I was thinking Gregor. I'm gonna keep this. I like this team.
하라고? 나? 뭐 최선은 다해보겠다만.
Let's go. Let's go. We're finally in the meat of this chapter. And we got these guys. So now I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful since damage does not heal. Okay. Guess no choice there. Let's just hit with the 2 bleed for now.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
적을 난파시켰습니다.
Alright. Okay, so free hits, not a free hit. Doesn't matter what I pick there. Doesn't matter what I pick here. Let's go.
해보겠습니다. 가라, 제가 해낸 거 맞죠? 해냈어요.
Easy. But that's not even the tough part. That's just trash mobs. Gregor lights his cigarette and takes a drag, followed by smoke streaming out from his mouth.
다른 보안업체에 취직을 해도 이것보다는 나았을 텐데요.
평생을 군인으로 살았던 자들이다. 다른 직업으로 새 출발하기엔 적응하고 바뀌어야 할 것들이 너무 많았겠지.
그리고 몰락한 날개 출신이라는 건 엄청난 꼬리표야. 누가 받아주면 구두발이라도 핥아줘야 할 정도로.
Yeah, and you came from LobCorp. Limbus Company time. I've been hearing that. I have been hearing that.
미안하다. 내가
아니에요.
Oh, I guess skip that.
G사나 L사나 상황은 비슷했겠죠.
Yeah, next time I play Lobotomy Corp, Yuri's gonna be part of my team.
날개가
I'm
부러진다는
adding her
건
in.
그만큼 혼란스러운 사건이니까요.
Actually, do I have a Yuri? Let me double check. Do I have a Yuri? I have a Yui. Don't have a Yuri. I have Yui, Ellen, Aoi, Corbidian, and a bunch of other ones, but I don't have a Yuri. I felt like I had a Yuri at one point, though. Alright.
명령에 따르게
Please, just keep my team, and so I don't have to like select it every single time. You can heal and save your progress at checkpoints. Okay. Okay, how does it... Okay, does anyone actually know how the damage works? Because I don't think it's like the roll number. It seems different. Okay, abnormalities, which are a little bit different from what I'm used to seeing. Consists of more than one body part, which is kind of fun actually, destroying body parts. Choose one of your center skills and drag it to abnormality skill slot. Okay, so now if you played Library Arena, this is more familiar than what the heck we've been doing this entire time. Also, this thing. I can't see the skills. Yeah. Using speed to redirect attacks. Great. Yep. Okay. Breaking body parts. Do it for stagger, do it so that you can actually get through. Okay, all of these are pretty darn weak. Alright, see you then. Okay. I guess it really doesn't matter what I do here. Let's just go.
해보겠습니다.
적을 난파시켰습니다.
Just beginner abnos, not gonna be too difficult. Though I fought plenty of Zion in the mirror dungeons, and it's like, what? You don't seem like a Zion for how strong you are.
맛있는 거 준비해줘, 단테.
Alright, I guess it doesn't matter what I pick here, because everything's pretty darn easy.
금방 다녀올게.
적을 난파시켰습니다.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠? 해냈어요.
When the HP of body part is reduced to 0, it is broken and becomes vulnerable. Nice. I kind of wish... No, wait. No, there were some body parts in the previous game. There were some body parts in Ruina. It doesn't happen all the time, but there were body parts there.
전 처음 봐요.
They're a little new.
모른다고?
Hopkins' face quickly turned into a cold frown. It was in such stark contrast to the face he showed before Virgilius. I shuddered in fright.
아니, 그게...
우리가 굳이 추락한 날개에 깃털을 준 이유가 뭔지 알지 않나?
엘사의 지부의 의뢰를 조금이나마 안전하게 해결하려고.
잘하네. 하급 관리직 출신에게 별로 바라는 것도 없었어. 길 안내. 그리고 저 환상체인지 환장체인지 하는 걸 어떻게 조져야 할지 알려주는 거. 근데 처음 본다는 말이나 하면 우린 어떻게 해야 되는 거냐? 어?
Jeez, judgment.
호킨스, 배고파졌어? 살살 좀 해.
유리 씨가 처음 본 게 확실하다면 이 개체는 환상체에서부터 비롯된 또 무언가.
그 코퍼레이션이 모든 환상체를 관리하고 있지는 않았을 수도 있어.
Yeah, but different branches apparently have different ones, so it's not like all of them are the same.
유리안이 공부를 소홀히 하지 않았다면 스스로를 탓할 필요도 없을 것이오.
감사합니다.
뭘 간질거리게 입씨름을 하고 있어. 가서 두들겨 패면 되잖아.
시킨다면 할 뿐이다.
Just beat him to death. Yep, same as always. And try not to die, because it's gonna be a pain to wait until the next part to bring you back.
내가 나설 차례인가?
Also, I didn't realize there was someone over here by the ceiling. That would have gotten me. Would have died by that. Would have died if I crossed paths there. Alright. Let's make sure we're not going to lose right away. Nope. Our rolls are so high that I don't think that, they ever stood a
금방
chance.
다녀올게.
All of these abnos, all of these abnos rolls were like 2, 4 at most, and our minimums were like 4 or 5. A few 3s, but for the most part, they stood no chance because of that. Though they will get a lucky hit every once in a while, just like that, if I'm not careful, or if we just roll bad. You know, they could happen. It has happened.
출진이다!
가라앉는군요.
Alright. So we're gonna be redirecting with the last person, so we're gonna get 2 free hits before this thing gets to attack, and it's gonna be dead by then.
간다.
가라앉는군요.
I think what I should be doing is like building up some resources for EGOs later.
역시 붉은
Echoes, I
시선님의
guess.
수하들답게 능력도 만만치가 않군요.
수아라고?
아이고, 우리 호킨스가 말실수를 해서 제가 대신 사과할게요. 그런데 왜 이렇게 꾸물럭대는 거야, 호킨스? 치즈를 다시 도졌어?
Not in front of the people. Come on.
무슨 말을 하는 거야? 내가 언제?
Hopkins got up after a bit of dawdling. His pockets were laden with something, but I decided not to bother pointing it out. Did you take something? Not that it's gonna matter. You're all probably gonna die anyway. You're all probably gonna die. Into the employee lounge we go. I didn't even know we had an employee lounge.
뭐 이쯤이면 적당하겠네요.
But then again, Wonder Lab showed me there was an employee lounge. We just never actually got to use in LULdog. As I opened the door, Faust suddenly stood before me.
단테, 눈을 감고 어둠 속에 숨어있는 별을 찾아보세요. 너무 찬란하지도 않고 은은하게 드러나고 있는
The star. This one won't hurt, right?
별을 찾는 것만이라면 아프지는 않죠.
Something about the way Faust put that bothered me, but I decided to trust her and block my sight.
다시 눈을 뜨면 까마득했던 별은 당신과 눈을 맞추고 있을 거예요.
This one. That's beautiful. That light. Is it only visible to me?
아니요. 당신을 통해서 이젠 모두가 던전이 아니지만 모두가 별을 통해 당신을 통한 혜택을 받을 수 있게 되었죠.
그럼 얼른 시계 돌려주세요. 어깨뼈 쪽이 아까부터 탈구된 것 같거든요.
돌린다고요? 그 시계 정말 돌릴 수 있는 거였어요?
돌아가기만 하겠어? 엄청 신기한 능력을 가지고 있다고. 유리 씨도 한번 구경해봐.
Will no one recognize the pain I endure? I guess not. I guess not. Checkpoints. These are checkpoints. The green ones are checkpoints. And now for the first app note. Alright. Remember going through this correctly, this one's actually not necessarily tough, but
상쾌한 기분.
gotta pay attention. I'm dying here.
그 시계 진짜 신기하네요. 정말 듣도 보도 못한 기술이에요.
이 정도면 특이점 수준인데 대체 어떤 날개가 뒤에?
Hopkins greedily stared at my head. I really tried to ignore it, but looking at his stuffed pockets again.
단테, 왜 네 머리를 붙잡고 있는 거야?
It's nothing.
파우스티안, 관리자께서 가진 시계는 저들의 목숨을 돌려줄 수는 없소?
시계는 수감자들에게만 동작해요.
아, 차라리 그게 낫네. 배에 구멍이 숭 났는데 못 죽고 되살아나지면 그게 더 끔찍하잖아? 아니다. 배가 뚫린 거면 운이 좋은 거지. 몇 초 안에 죽으니까.
Wait, what? Oh! Speaking of, I had a feeling they were gonna die, but that was quicker than I thought. A hard tentacle erupts from the wall and penetrates Aya's abdomen in an instant.
선원, 전투 준비.
내가 말했지. 난 항상 운이 좋았다니까.
Yeah, lucky. I see.
이미 절명했소.
And her sanity took a hit, just like before.
자, 이럴 때일수록 정신을 똑바로 차려야 하지 않겠어?
Okay, not the time to panic, but okay.
일반적인 공격의 형태를 취하고 있지 않네요. 환상체일 가능성이 높습니다.
관리자님, 명령을 부탁드립니다.
Time for suppression. Okay. I felt pity for Yuri. She looked at Aya's corpse and then back at us with tears. Nevertheless, Yuri, Hopkins, and Aya. Those three I can't revive. We have to fight now if we don't want any more casualties.
현명한 판단이십니다.
And she's ready.
저 째까기는 소리가 해석이 되는 건가?
Otis gave Hopkins a fiery glare, but soon reminded herself of her priorities and breathed in to shout.
관리자님의 명령이다. 졸개들아, 포위 진영을 구축한다. 목표는 전방의 거수자.
The uniform?
네.
그런데 저걸 잘하고 칭할 수 있는지가 의문이구만.
Slowly encroaching vines, followed by the shadow of a figure that looked to be several times taller than a human. It was approaching, begetting fright unlike any foe we faced up till now. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I want more Abno fights. I want more Abnos. Ebony Queen. S Apple? What? You may find abnormalities with multiple parts in dungeons as you explore. Okay. Each part will have a different resistance and passive and use different skills. We prepared an abnormality encyclopedia for occasions such as this. Okay. Oh, there's an encyclopedia. This I did not know. Hey Cooler, welcome. You're a happy boy. Tell me why. Tell me why. Story. Oh, I didn't oh, this is different. Ebony Queen's Apple. Oh, that's what the S is for. So Ebony Queen, this is probably gonna be a there's probably a different form of Snow White. Not Snow White. What was the other one? It's probably Snow White. Observation level. Okay, we don't have any observation levels. Bring the Snow White, spoke the abnormality. Okay. Probably read that another time. I wish they have like little places where you can like read this. Okay, so Clash Wind, defense down. Tremor. I don't think Tremor's gonna work here, so let's do this. Clash Wind, Clash Wind. Attack up or gain haste. Let's try the attack up first. Rupture. Oh, this is a defense. We can ignore the defense. The defense little node thing here. And I guess we'll just go ahead and start bleeding this one to death.
해보겠습니다.
Wait. There's a WoW? What are we doing fighting a WoW at the start here? Okay, that's a little bit too much, don't you think? Fighting a WoW to start? That is not that is not an intro battle you want to do. That is not an intro battle. Okay, probably do something a little stronger. Can I... does anyone have a... Nope, no one has an EGO ready. Okay. No EGOs ready right now. Where are you? Right here. Clash Wind, attack up. Ooh, okay, so there's... Okay, so Don Quixote is gonna get 2 attacks on her. Both Pierce. Can you... Okay, she can handle the Pierce. She can handle the Pierce. I see, I see. Well, glad you had something to look forward to. Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. That's... Okay, that's not good. I know it barely did that much damage to her, but still, that's not great. While fighting abnormalities, you may make decisions. Okay. So these are roll checks. Got it. A heart torn into 1,000 pieces must be kept from all eyes, burrowed into the ground, tangle itself. Yet someone has to pull up these thorny roots, as there is no wound that can remain unearthed. The sinners gave each other looks. Being coiled in piercing, sharp pain was something to avoid even in one's dreams. Wrath advantage, okay. Should be easy to get a 4, right? Oh my gosh, you barely passed. It's like, wait, where's my coin flips? Where's my coin flips? Sinclair walked with shaky steps. With bare hands, they dug up the roots. In their hands were the doubts of others. The sinner realized that while the injury may heal, distrust might take deep root in their heart. Okay, what did that do? Effects of entangled roots expired. Okay. So we took off an effect. Gotcha. It's like we got a few people who are ready to attack. And I may have to start using EGOs here. You know what? Let's just go ham. Let's go ham. Can anyone else go ham? No. No. Okay. Let's see. Bust that open. Bust this open. Can only do 2 bleed. Fine. Let's deal with it. Okay, my rolls are not going to be very good, apparently. Well, I'm glad you're excited, Cooler. I'm really glad about that. Nice to have something to look forward to.
좋은 전략이네요.
I'm just looking forward right now to whatever might happen in the future content of this game.
아직 살아있을 거야.
It's pretty slow so far at launch, but you know what? Most stuff are. Most things are. Okay, that barely did anything.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면.
Ooh. Can always trust Sinclair to do a lot of damage. Oh! Now that's neat. Destroying a body part actually destroys a body part. Imagine that. Imagine that. Ah, my rolls are not good though. I don't think I can do much about that. Okay, maybe we'll just try to take this roll. Ooh, it's a one hit. Okay. Well, we'll try our best. Try your best. Struggling, hopeless. That's not good. That's not good. You're basically telling me my rolls are not going to be great. Heart of the cards. Sure. Let's believe in the heart of the cards. Okay, maybe I need to redirect these to people who can actually tank these. Let's let me see who I can redirect them to, because if I, okay, not Sinclair. Maybe we no, not maybe not Don Quixote. Her HP is like pretty low. Not you either. Wait, how much HP do you have? I guess I don't have any choice. I just have to try to bat it off. Alright. I guess that's what we gotta do. Let's try to bat it off. Here. And I guess we just attack a random one. Can we get another stun? Can we get another stat? Oh, okay. No damage. I'm trying to play smart here, and I'm not even getting my damage in. What the heck? Anyone ready for another hit? Okay. Okay, anyone who gets a hopeless, you're gonna have to use your EGO. You're one of them, apparently. There we go. Favored. Gotcha. If you're struggling, go for the defense hit. Alright. I guess you three can handle it, and then we'll do the... No, we'll save the resources for the next bit.
그 자식은 아직 살아있을 거야.
Really? Just 9? Maybe I need a bit different effect here. Oh, you know what? I should have brought Faust. Maybe I'll do that next in the next Abno fight. Wait, what are your resistances? Your resistances? You have none. Or maybe we can't read it. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, one stagger, not getting attacked. I guess that's good. Okay, let's have you attack. Hey Workshop, welcome. How's it going? Alright, I guess we'll just have to deal with it. We'll just have to deal with it. Which one is this? This one. Take this. Hopeless. You know, you can do that. That is Pierce. You're gonna tank that essentially. Though I think ideally we don't do it. We don't do that. Yeah, clash it, and I think we're good here. Okay, I think that was not going to happen. Definitely need upgrades
모든 걸
if we're going
거둬들일 순
to
없었어.
survive. Okay. Neutral? We have a lot of green resources. I don't think I want that right now. But I'll take it because it's gonna be helpful. Struggling. Now let's have Dawn do her thing. She needs a little healing, and I think... Yeah, she needs a little healing. I think her EGO does heal her. Yes, I think. Nope. Let's go the other way. I guess we'll try to add some bleed.
해보겠습니다.
달려라 루신한테! 정의는 승리한다!
That is not a windmill. It's as big as a windmill, but it's no windmill.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면
Oh. Oh, maybe the weaknesses are actually
이 정도야?
hidden. That would explain some things. Let's see, tremor, clash. Let's get the free hits in unless we can counter these. 2-4? I guess we'll just do the normal hit here. 2-9. Why am I getting single die rolls? Oh, you know why? This is it's probably because I only have single die rolls. Oh, that
해보겠습니다.
explains it. We are still using base identities, so it doesn't have much until you get to the next chapter. All right. All out attack. Staggered, not attacking. Let's just go all out.
금방 다녀올게.
Oh, that was it? That was a little tough. Actually, I had to pay attention there. And even then,
뭐야?
the egos basically took care of most of it.
환상체는 함부로 제압하기 힘들 정도로 강력하다고 들었는데요.
클리포트 억제력 때문이에요.
뭐? 커피포트?
Coffee pot?
환상체들을 약화시키는 힘이에요. 격리실에서 보다 안전하게 환상체를 관리하기 위해 사용되는 겁니다. 황금가지를 회수할수록 그 억제력도 점점 약해져 가겠죠. 지금은 이 정도로 끝났지만.
That was simple. That was a wow. That was simple?
나중엔 100번을 죽었다 깨어나도 힘들 수 있다는 말이네요.
Yeah, you don't want to meet up with any LFs. That's for sure. That's a terrifying thought. Yeah. Where did its corpse go anyway? I'm pretty sure that attack did it in.
분명 숨통은 끊어졌습니다. 관리자님의 탁월한 지휘 덕택이죠.
It couldn't have disappeared into the sky.
역시 관리자님입니다. 그럴 가능성도 배제할 순 없죠.
아이, 너희 눈엔 이 단단해 보이는 지하 천장이 안 보이냐?
이쪽을 보세요.
Listless, Yuri pointed out at something. The shock of losing Aya must have shaken her badly, but seeing her hold her own and keep her head up, I felt I should let her be and follow along with her for a while. Is that an egg?
환상체의 핵이군요. 적절하게 제압했을 경우 이러한 아래 모양으로 환원되죠.
그리고 부화할 거예요. 이 공간에서 일정 시간이 지난다면요.
There's only one abnode that I remember turning into an egg, and that was nothing there. everything else kind of died and got sent back to their cell, so never saw the egg except for that one.
뭐? 그런 개 같은 일이.
Yeah, they never die.
이것들이 죽지 않는다는 소리인가요?
환상체는 죽지 않아요. 그래서 엘사의 생산 에너지량이 어마어마했던 거기도 하고요.
이 상태의 핵을 격리실에 가져다 놓는 게 제가 하는 일이었는데.
알이 다시 깨어나기 전까지 저희가 해야 할 일은 뭐죠?
All aboard the Limbus. Yes, yes. Welcome, Pop Top Bandit. Welcome, welcome.
림버스 컴퍼니에는 이런 환상체들을 담당하는 부서가 별도로 있어요. 그들이 회수해 갈 겁니다.
그 애프터 팀이요? 안내받을 때 들었던 기억이 나네요.
그럼 시간 끌지 말고 빨리 부르지 그래.
연락은 메피스토 팰리스에서 가능합니다.
Okay, so no communication from down here. Got it.
그건 그렇겠지.
너무 걱정할 필요는 없습니다. 황금가지만 찾는다면.
Any favorite sinners? I don't know, but I see a Roshu emote in the chat, so I'm guessing I know which one yours is. I'll be honest, I used to like Don Quixote before the game came out, and now I think she's just plain crazy. Oh, that's not Roshu? My bad. My bad. Now, I do think yeah, it's Korean Workshop. The game is in Korean. But yeah, I used to like Don Quixote before the game came out, and so far she just seems crazy. So I think I'm kind of leaning towards either Faust or Otis right now. Though those will be like my two favorites, just on a meta level. But I also kind of like Ishmael too, so yeah. I mean, Don being insane is very on brand. I mean, I guess. But the original Don Quixote wasn't that insane. At least I don't think so. Ishmael's my best girl. She's pretty good. She's pretty good. Oh, we went down the floor. Okay. And things get a little messier.
대체적으로 로보토미 지부들은 여러 개의 층으로 구성이 되어 있어요. 그리고 각자 층마다 주인이 되는 환상체들이 존재할 거예요.
I know. I read Don Quixote. I know how it goes. I know how it goes, but it's not like he was insane. He was a little senile. He was senile at worst. But he wasn't insane.
어? 아까 그런 게 또 나온다고?
그런 그 전투 정보? 아니 그걸 대체 어떻게 알고 있는 거야?
Clearly, Dawn is just senile in her old age. Clearly.
파우스트는 모든 걸 알고 있어요.
안내에서는 비포팀이 사전 정찰을 한다고 하더라고요.
그냥 네가 관계자라서 하는 것뿐이잖아.
틀린 말을 하진 않았잖아요.
어쨌든 주요 적군이 매층에 하나씩은 존재한다는 거군.
Man.
등 뒤에 적을 두고서 전진하는 멍청한 일은 할 수 없으니 결국 그 층의 환상체를 정리해야만 하겠군.
You know, I'll be honest, Rhodia, I didn't think much about Rhodia before the game started, but yeah, kind of. She's actually pretty good. I mean, like, character-wise, she's actually pretty good. I didn't really think too much about her, you know? It's like, big boob girl, likes gambling, okay. What else is there here? And then, yeah.
파우스트가 할 말을 앗아가 버렸네요.
말하지 않더라도 의도를 전달할 수 있다면 그보다 이상적인 것은 없지 않겠소.
단테, 별을 볼 때예요.
Oh, we're healing again. I'm your manager, not a scapegoat, you know? So, just to clarify for anyone who is just coming into the stream, this is mainly a story playthrough. I do have a separate account that I play on my own time, but I have not seen any stories. But I kind of have been a little bit spoiled as I play through it. I am currently at the beginning of chapter 3. It looks like we'll be able to finish chapter 1 today, and we'll try to finish chapter 2 next week, and then hopefully the week after we'll be able to do chapter 3. I can merge my account onto the Steam account and then use that to use my main account to go through this, because it's tough trying to keep up with 2 accounts and I really don't want to.
이곳을 다시 오게 될 줄 몰랐어요.
Ishmael's hair is quite ridiculous. Quite ridiculous.
대체적으로 로보토미 지부들은 여러 개의 층으로 구성이 되어 있어요.
Wait, didn't we just read this?
그리고 각자 층마다 주인이 되는 환상체들이 존재할 거예요.
어? 아까 그런 게 또 나온다고?
그런 그 전투 정보?
Wait, didn't we just read
어떻게
this?
알고 있는 거야?
For some reason, I've gotten the bug a few times. Cutscenes will play twice. Okay, I'm gonna skip this one then. We're gonna skip this one. It's like someone activated backwards clock or something, and I didn't even know about it. Except who would actually be sacrificed for backwards clock? Because I have no idea. There's no sacrifice here. Also, speaking of backwards clock, I have a feeling that Dante's head is like backwards clock just put on his body. If he's not a distortion outright. Another veteran appeared in the dark, carrying a depressed aura. Okay, so that's what you are. His sparkling old badge seemed to signify a high rank once held. I'm surprised you can see.
알 것도 같아.
Yeah, it's probably like an aberration. I forgot those existed. Like we just fought an aberration of Snow White up in the previous floor, so yeah.
자네 부장이었다.
The head manager of your team? Literally?
혼자 도망친 것도 모자라. 이젠 옛 전우이자 내 부하 녀석들까지 죽였군.
Ah, okay. So that's his crime. Desertion.
이봐, 전쟁은 10년 전에 끝났어. 아직도 병정놀이에서 벗어나지 못했나?
Gregor is pretty good. Like the most level-headed person we got. The most level-headed person we got. As far as the guys are concerned.
끝나? 아무것도 안 끝났다.
War has never ended.
아무
Still keeps going.
것도 끝나지 않았다고. G사에서 도망치면서 네 전쟁은 끝났을지도 모르겠지만 우리는 아직도 전쟁의 한복판에 계속 서 있다.
아, 이런 동질감 갖고 싶진 않았지만 나라고 크게 다르지도 않아.
그렇다면 이해해야지, 과장. 전쟁터에서 배신자에게 내려지는 결론은 항상 똑같다고.
When do we get roach people on Fallout? I don't know. I've never played Fallout, so I can't say. But I mean, I do know roaches are pretty resilient when it comes to like nuclear radiation, so I'm surprised we haven't seen them yet.
그럴듯하긴 말하지만 복수를 위한 즉결체형은 사칙 위반이야. 부장 양반.
Alright, now we gotta fight a tougher bug. We're gonna need a bigger shoe. We have rad roaches, just not roach people. Ah, okay. Yeah, I never played Fallout. I don't think I have any Fallout games. Okay, so I think we're clear for the most part, but I'm gonna try to play it safe for now. I forgot how weak these identities are before they get their upgrades.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
잘 들어갔네.
I still want to know how the damage calculation is done, because if you look up here, they have like a attack and defense right next to the skill, right? But that's not the damage they do. That's not the damage they do. So what does the attack and defense do exactly? I still haven't figured that out. It's like I figured everything else out except for that.
해보겠습니다.
It is pretty hard. They also don't give you like a little manual that you can just read. The manual is scattered everywhere, which makes it worse. It's like, Project Moon, I know this is your MO, but still, please make it easier for us and make it easier for the new people coming into the game. At least in the other two games, you actually had manuals you could read it at any time. Here, there is no manual. The manual is scattered. Yeah, there's a lot to keep track of. Also, you know the dice rolls? The dice rolls that have these like +7, +2s, and all that stuff. Like we'll go to a status menu and I'll point it out. I'll point it out so that we're on the same page. Perhaps the time this ex-soldier spent off the battlefield was long enough to rust his prowess. The head manager, who must have defeated countless enemies in his glory days, was now nearing his own end.
존경해달라고 부탁한 적은 없었어.
I guess I skipped it.
한때는 널 존경하는 자들도 있었지. 그래고를.
Never really asked for respect. I didn't ask for this, basically.
더 이상은 전진하지 마라. 그곳은 지옥이야.
미안하지만 그러기는 힘들 것 같아. 성실하게 일하지 않으면 잘리거든.
돈에 명예까지 팔아버린 거냐?
애저녁에 훈장이랑 같이 팔았지. 집주인이 월세를 독촉해서 말이야.
Right. Rent. We still gotta worry about rent.
너도 우리와 다를 것 없군. 결국 우리는 역겨운 벌레 새끼들일 뿐.
Took a few more shallow breaths, then ceased to move.
어이.
Oh.
담배 좀 빌릴 수 있나?
A cig?
이번만이다.
Don't you have a cig on you? Gregor put the borrowed cigarette next to the one he already held in his mouth, then lit and tossed it onto the chest of the deceased commander.
미안. 저거한테 내 담배를 나눠서 물려주기는 싫었거든.
Ryoshu gave a snort. The smoke from Gregor's cigarette lingered with a prevailing silence in the air for a short while. And also, I have a vague feeling that Ryoshu, for all her talk about art, must have been like some sort of murderer or something that just carved people up nicely. Okay, I don't think we can look at any information from here, so we have to get into a fight first. Okay, let me just try to explain what I know vaguely. Okay, so here we are. Here's our skills, right? We have 3 different skills. Well, 3 different skills eventually. We only have 2 right now. And then there's like a defense thing over here. So the colors up here on the tabs tell you what kind of sin element it is. I guess we'll just call it sin. So I don't know the exact names, but it's color coded. So if you need to like figure out which ones you need, you can like look at this, especially when you start getting ego gifts, I guess. But the main thing I wanted to get to is that this does tell you how many of these skills you have to cycle through before the entire skill set is recycled. So here you have like ×3 of joust. There's a like info thing that actually tells you about all these little minute details. So it's actually here, but it's so inconveniently placed. Like it tells you how many skills there are. The coins is like how many times you can clash with it before, like how many times you have to like clash with it before it like goes through. So if you clash a 1 coin skill against someone who has 3 coins, so you have to beat their attack 3 times before the attack actually goes through. And so far we have a lot of 1 coin skills for Dawn here, so she's not, I mean, it's kind of risky. The roll starts at a 2 and each coin is a +7. that much I got. So roll starts at a 3. Each coin is plus 10. If you don't get the head flip, then you roll a 3. But if you get the head flip, then you roll a 13. You don't roll anything between a 3 and a 13. It's either 3 or 13. So it's like, okay, this is not how Arena worked. I do kind of like the number of clashes mechanic that we're having in this game, but it's also very risky. Very risky to use those one coin skills.
빨리 끝내고 밥 먹으러 가자고.
But sometimes you just have to. Sometimes you just have to.
이곳부터는 폐장병들이 머물렀던 흔적조차 보이지 않네요.
더 이상 전진은 하지 말라고도 경고하던데.
As we proceeded, we discovered bodies that seemed to have been there for quite some time.
이건 우리 아니 엘사 직원들의 시체예요.
둔기로 맞은 흔적이요. 전원이 그러하구려.
관리 기록서. 이건 환상체 관리법을 적어두는 문서예요.
Okay.
보통 관리 업무를 지정받으면 지겨울 정도로 암기일려서 들어가니까 이런 건 필요 없는데.
Yeah, I remember those notes. It was fun times.
추측컨대 환상체가 탈출했고 아무도 관리법을 알지 못했던 게 아닐까 하오만.
No remaining employees had the necessary information when an abnormality breach. Okay.
아직 격리실로 운반하지 않은 날들이었다면 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
There are way too many corpses here.
대체 어떤 환상체길래 이렇게 많은 수의 직원들이... 잠깐... 이게 무슨 냄새죠?
이번에 사무실에서 비싼 장비를 하나 장만했죠.
얜 또 뭐라는 거냐?
특정 층부터는 독성 검출이 높아진다고 그런 소문을 들은 적이 있었거든요.
Okay, where's our gas mask?
나 아까부터 귀에서 피가 흐르는데 이거 괜찮은 거야?
Yeah, I don't like Hopkins. I don't like Hopkins at all.
고난 없이 어찌 전투를...
You okay there, Don? You okay there?
지속 노출되면 신체에서 지속적으로 출혈을 일으킨다고군요.
정작 그렇게 말하는 본인은 너무 멀쩡한데?
Gas mask.
이거 예전에 보급되었던 환상체 제압용 독성 가스탄이에요. 시체들 사이에서 폭발이라도 했나봐요.
확실히 이 부분부터는 도끼가 꽤 진해지는군요.
Hopkins had put on a gas mask before we noticed.
뭐야, 우린 저런 거 없어?
제공되는 보급품은 따로 없었습니다.
이 새끼, 넌 일찌감치 알고 있었냐? 버러지 같은 자식.
Heathcliff stopped mid-sentence, fell to one knee.
흥분하면 혈류가 더 빨라집니다. 독이 금방 퍼진다는 거죠. 자리에서 되도록 날뛰지 말고 최대한 천천히 호흡하세요.
호킨스 씨, 왜 미리 말을 해주시지 않으셨어요?
나야말로 물어보자 유리. 별 기대도 안 하고 들여놓은 짐짝 같은 사람한테 가뜩이나 비싼 물건을 축낼 만한 사실을 왜 알려야 하지?
Okay. This, I mean, I know this is the MO of a lot of offices in the city, but it's still really scummy. It's still really, really scummy.
냉정하게 말하면 우리 사무실에 네가 발을 들인 것도 놀라운 거야. 아야는 널 귀엽게 봐서 챙겨주려고 했을지는 몰라도 지금은 죽었는데 무슨
비겁한 새끼. 그러고 살고 싶냐?
해결사에게 비겁이라니 되도 않는 말을 하네. 붉은 시선님이 데리고 다니는 이들이길래 누군지나 보려고 했더니 제대로 된 도구나 정보도 없이 여길 기어들어오는 미친놈들이었을 줄이야.
Well, no one told us how to prep, okay?
저딴 새끼를 그냥 두고만 봐야 한다니.
Feeling the ire towards him, Hopkins backed away and scurried to the exit.
그래도 덕분에 엔케팔리는 쏠쏠하게 얻어갈 수 있었어. 창피할 테니까 질식사 말고 행방불명이라고 보고해줄게.
Well, I hope you die on the way back up. Also.
그럼
Yuri slumped to the floor, watching blood pour from her nose to her hands. And she's not the only one. Rhodia, Heathcliff, and the other sinners are suffering from blood loss too. Except me. Gregor?
유품이나 챙겨주려고 들고 왔던 건데.
Oh, he's also bleeding. He was holding the same type of gas mask as the one Hopkins wore.
아야씨가 넌 챙겨주려고 했었다면서. 그럼 네 거지. 도구도 없이 기어들어온 미친 놈들은 다 살아남을 구멍이 있으니까 걱정 말고.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't so sure about the Roach Dad thing until now. Like, he was pretty level-headed before, but I see the Roach Dad now. I see it. Coughing up, Yuri put on the mask.
알고 있어요. 밤낮 없이 굳은 일을 도맡아봤자 아무 연고도 없이 사무실에 인정받는 게 쉬운 일이 아니란 거지만 지부가 폐쇄될 때까지 남은 시간은 고작 3분이었고.
부지 메모를 시작합니다.
Oh. Alright, okay. So, this might be spoilers. And I'm gonna probably talk about it after all the yelling is done because it's distracting. So I'll explain what's happening there.
다쳐가고 있었어요.
에너지 전송 85% 완료.
유리! 날 두고 가지 마! 유리! 그럼 난 도대체 어쩌라는 거예요? 살아남은 게 죄인가요? 동료들이랑 같이 파묻히기라도 했어야 해요? 환생체들이 도시로 빠져나오면 안 된다는 이유로 회사가 통째로 폐쇄되고 있는데?
죄지. 이곳에선.
그 말은 좀 아프네요. 그래, 고르씨.
Standing astounded, I snapped back to reality and checked on the sinners. Half of them had already passed away on the floor, and Ishmael's head drooped just after she said her last words.
근데 그러면 뭐 어떠냐? 계속 뻔뻔하게 살아남아야지.
Don't worry, you guys will live again.
일일이 죄책감 부여하다간 네 마음이 남아나지 않아.
With Gregor drawing his last breath, Yuri and I became the only surviving members standing in the area. Huh, don't worry too much about us. I can take them back and revive them. I knew mechanical ticking was all Yuri could hear, but I did my best to communicate my message to her nonetheless. Yuri ended the conversation with not a word after. After a long period of awkward gloom, the toxic gas had finally dispersed.
이제 괜찮은 것 같네요.
Never noticed Gregor's list as sinner number 13. Really? Like, can I see it here? Okay, we can't see it. Once Gregor comes back up again. If that's true, and there's only 12 of them. Which one's the missing number? Is Dante the missing number? We gotta be the missing number, right? Dante's gotta be the missing number. Huh? Oh yeah.
도울게요. 가서 빨리 살리고 오죠.
Saying that, Yuri took the gas mask off and calmly carried the sinners on her shoulders, one by one. Unsure what to say for her, I remained quiet. Huh, that's interesting, actually. Probably not gonna get that until a few more chapters in, but... And look! They're back to life right away. Okay, so... What do we have here? 1728. Crap, these are high rolls. These are high rolls. I guess we'll just try our best. Yeah, we're just gonna have to try our best here. There's nothing else we can do. Wait, wait. There's two people going after... There's two people going after Rhodia. Hold up. Hold up. Otis, where is the other attack? This is coming. Okay, that'll be that's fine. And then we can redirect the rest of them. Unopposed. Wait, were you attack? Okay, that's unopposed. Flash wind, just hit the rupture.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
I love how completely unpreposterous the notion that we can just revive the dead is to her as an employee. Well, I mean, here's the thing, right? Okay, here's the thing. Spoilers for maybe not Lobotomy Corp itself, but for another story called Wonder Lab. In Wonder Lab, you actually get to see another branch of Lobotomy Corp. Apparently there's branches everywhere. According to this game also, we're visiting a different branch of Lobotomy Corp. So that part should not be too big of a surprise. But what is kind of a surprise is they don't have the same system as the main branch of Lobotomy Corp. With the whole revival thing is all I will say about that if you haven't actually played it. But
좋은 전략이네요.
there's also another thing that's more or less a foregone conclusion, is that at the end of Lobotomy Corp just disappears, right? And so at the end also of Wonder Lab, Lobotomy Corp is still fine and dandy at the beginning of Wonder Lab, but near the end of Wonder Lab, the main Lobotomy Corp goes down, so all the other branches also go down along with it. It's like, why is there a self-destruct function in this whole thing? It doesn't make sense, but I guess that's just kind of how the city is built. I guess that's just how the city is built. But I mean, I guess she's seen so many people die that bringing people back is probably not that preposterous as long as you explain it. I don't know about the other branch. I don't know about the other companies, but for Lobotomy Corp, that was the case. Yes. To protect their singularity, it probably is. But if I'm not mistaken, the singularity for Lobotomy Corp was in the main branch, right? So why would everything else have to go down? The Abnos, however, were all in the other. They also had other Abnos in different branches. So maybe it's to trap the Abnos, because I don't think any of them have gone into the streets. The ones that still survive and haven't been transferred to the library, all that stuff. I mean, I'm no expert on the lore, but that's what I understood. Were those abnormalities responsible for killing all the employees? Probably.
아니에요. 아마 제 짐작이 맞다면.
선방을 주시하십시오, 관리자님. 아까랑 똑같은 놈이 하나 더 있습니다.
And they're back to life as if nothing happened. Haven't been able to read any of the supplementals. The only supplemental I think I read was Wonder Lab, which is a manga. So that should be a pretty easy read. It's also pretty darn short. I did try to read Distortion Detective. Didn't really get too far on it. Supposedly Leviathan is related to this because Virgil apparently is also there. And I guess Sharon. But I don't know anything else other than that. It's like a lot of reading. A lot of reading, and you know how Project Moon loves to make you read. A lot of different stuff. Hey! It's the Mayan people. Books, lots of books. A humanoid wearing the head of a statue was sitting against the wall.
안녕. 너희도
제비뽑기를 하러 왔니?
What department are you from?
사원증을 다 모아서 주면 당첨자를 고르는 거야.
Its hand was barely grasping onto the strap of an employee card. Alex was the name written on it.
알렉스.
제정신이 아닌데. 당첨자 타령은 뭐야?
어떤 환상체들은 관리법에 정기적으로 희생물을 정해 바치라고 쓰여져 있었죠.
그쪽으로 가면 안 돼. 그것들이 곧 찾아낼 거야.
그리고 결국 인신공양에 있었던 거구나.
네가 뽑을 차례야.
Offering.
인신 공양을 하지 않으면 어떻게 되는데요?
그건 몰라요. 관리법은 항상 철저히 지켜졌었거든.
You don't want to find out. You don't want to find out. You better stick to the guidelines as much as possible. And I'm still waiting for the day that we get to fight some of the old Abnos from the previous games, because I want to beat the crap out of Queen of Hatred and the rest of the magical girls again. It's just fun. It's just fun. I want to do that. Also, sure, all the other more dangerous stuff too. Like, nothing there. Imagine an event where you have to fight nothing there. That's gonna be like the hardest one. No, maybe the second hardest one. Because you also have to deal with... You also have to deal with White Knight. Queen of Hatred lived up to her name in Library Arena. I think I hated her more in LobCorp, to be honest. Library Arena, she was manageable after a certain point. But in LobCorp, she's not bad alone. But if you have any other Abnos that trigger with number of people killed, it makes your job that much harder, and I hate it and loved it. But I also hate it.
탈출해서 닥치는 대로 사람을 죽이고 다녔던 건가요?
그 환상체라는 놈 되게 졸렬한가 보네. 만나면 뒤통수를 까고 다니나 보지?
그게 무슨 말이에요?
단체로 눈이 삐기라도 했냐? 그건 사람이 낸 상처였어. 서로 한 대라도 더 때리려고 기를 썼더만.
Well, I guess he's an expert in that.
저 등신들은 지들끼리 치고받다가 뒤진 거야.
My introduction to PM's vertical difficulty spike was her. Yeah, things got pretty real then. Also, a certain Love Town. Love Town wasn't exactly a difficulty spike as it was like, read, be prepared. Not necessarily a difficulty spike.
왜 그런 건데요?
뻔하지. 지부가 무너지고 한동안은 어떻게든 살아남을 거라 생각했어.
The memories. The memories. Imagine reading it. Literally impossible. I'm not even reading right now. It's their voice acting. But holy crap! Imagine seeing this. Imagine seeing this when your branch goes down. It's like, please evacuate. The branch is now shutting down. Literally, everything will go kablooey. You must escape in 3 minutes or forever hold your peace. And then all the Abnos come out. If you're still trapped in there. Enjoy what little life you have left.
꾸준히 사람을 바치기만 한다면 언젠간 구조가 될 수도 있으니까. 제비 뽑기로 몇 달은 버텼겠지. 일단 한 놈만 죽으면 잠깐은 버틸 수 있으니까. 근데 그걸 희생자가 고지고대로 받아들이겠냐?
Man, familiar faces of panic right there. I mean, the agents had it good. The clerks, imagine if they were clerks. They die in one hit. And it happens all the time.
내가 죽을 바엔 눈앞에 있는 놈 머리통을 터뜨리겠어. 그럼 적어도 지금 내가 받쳐지는 일은 없을 테니까. 뭐 그렇게 흘러갔겠지.
그러다 마지막으로 살아남아서 그들과 같은 석상을 뒤집어 쓰고 있으면.
Is this horror? I guess in a sense it is horror, but not really. I wouldn't call Project Moon overall a horror genre. It has elements of horror, true. It's more gore than it is horror. The horror is psychological. It's kind of psychological, but it's not like the point. It's not the main focus. What is psychological horror is playing Lobotomy Corp. That is psychological horror that will affect you in real life for various reasons. It's like you think your employees in the game are losing sanity? No. You yourself are losing sanity in real life when you play Lobotomy Corp. And you start seeing numbers in real life. Nah, you may not even see the numbers, you just feel it. You just feel it.
인신 공양을 피할 수 있을 거라고 생각했군요.
그럴 리가 없어요. 알렉스는 자기가 살려고 남을 죽이는 직원이 절대.
Oh, I guess this was her branch?
그걸 네가 어떻게 알아? 저놈이 진짜 알렉스인지 확실하지도 않잖아.
한 가지 조언을 해줄까? 그들이 직접 데리러 오기 전에 직접 걸어가는 편이 훨씬 편할 거야.
Haven't played Lob Court just from the psychic damage you took watching a video. It's fun. It's fun. I'll be honest, it's fun. But then again, I am kind of a masochist, so my words don't have any meaning in this sense. I would do it again though. I would do it again. One of these days I will do as much of a speed run as I can possible of Lobotomy Corporation. Maybe like on an anniversary or birthday or something. I'll try to do something like that. We'll see.
이만 떠나지. 이제는 곧 숨을 거둘 거다.
Oh no, I was terrible at the game too. Don't worry about it. I was also terrible at the game. I somehow pulled through by cheesing some parts, but I'm terrible. I think I just made my facility as easy as possible with all the abnos I picked, and that's what carried me through. And then the actual suppressions, that's a different story. That was through sheer will and determination. Also, suppressing Apocalypse Bird helped a lot. Yeah, that one helped a lot. While everyone else moved along, Yuri remained in place and continued to stare down the statue-clad individual.
네 잘못이 아니었어. 알고 있지?
날 두고 가, 유리. 제발 날 두고 가.
Time to go, says the clock. It's time to go. That was actually a pretty long section, or maybe I was just talking a whole lot about previous stuff. Oh. Okay, they're rummaging through the corpses looking for something. Relentless demands for an offering ring in the ears. They look like they might jump at us at any second. You see a dying person nearby gasping for air. Should you offer this person up, or... Offer the person, all allies lose SP, gain an EGO GIF, okay. Well, we don't have that much SP to begin with, so maybe we could do it. Don't offer the person, begin a combat encounter, win to gain a stronger EGO GIF. You know what? Let's fight. Stronger GIF is good. Angered by your inaction, the clay dolls attacked you. Let's do it. I'm just gonna go with my trusty team because I like it.
최선이겠죠?
Being able to like gather the resources for your specials is a good thing. It's a very good thing. EGO spam is real. Yeah, you build your team for the EGO spam as well as the what do you call it? The passive spam. It's like, yeah, rolling for the identities is nice and all that, but if you don't have the resources to level them up, or at least, you know, get them to a higher tier to get the passives, they're kind of Useless. Not gonna lie. Yeah, they're stronger, but they're also kind of useless. And even then, even if you get the a better identity, it might throw off your entire synergy with the rest of the team. Which is kind of funny because these guys don't have any synergy to begin with. Story-wise. Story-wise, they don't have any synergy, but we're making it work somehow.
좋은 전략이네요.
Yeah.
가보죠.
I think we're supposed to be able to like farm thread eventually. I'll be honest though, I did not like the idea of like paying for like a battle pass and stuff, but I looked into it and it seems like it might be the best way to go if you have to spend any money at all. Like the lunacy packs, honestly, not really should be a priority.
좋은 전략이네요.
The lunacy pack should not be a priority. The EGO is though. The EGO and the threads are. So I figured, yeah, okay, maybe just for this one game, I'll do I'll just do the battle pack and the battle pass. And what do you call this? The battle pass lasts for a really long time too. So it's like, I think it's like for one season. I think the current season is like 80 days or something. 80 days for however much you spend for it is actually really good. So it's like, okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Because most other places, if you do like a battle pass, it's like only for 30 days and you have to renew it. It was kind of expensive. It's like doing a subscription. That's basically what a battle pass is. It's a subscription, right? But the subscription here is really, really cheap in comparison for what you get, I feel like. Okay, so we cannot target, so we have to deal with your lackeys first. Got it. What am I missing? Okay, we have some... I guess I'll start getting some blues and reds. I don't have any DNA though, so... If I can get some DNA, that'd be great.
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Oh, really? You went through? Okay, that's not good. I think they had bleed, so that's not great. Workshop, this is much better than FGO. Okay, anyone who likes FGO, I'm sorry, but FGO can be barely called a game. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. I'm not taking that back. I'm sorry. It's pretty, but I can't call it a game. It's too, I don't know. Oh, is it time? I should have had Faust here. I forgot there's like multiple things. Want something? Let me see. What can I give you? Okay, I guess we have to... there are 5 attacks. No, 6 attacks. 6 attacks. Who can get hit? Who should I let get hit? What attacks are these? These are... Okay, the front line has all slashes. There's a slash in the back and a couple of...
무슨 실수라도 했나요?
뭐야? 나한테 볼 일이야?
impacts.
내가 보고 싶었던 거야?
Okay, we can tank some of the slashes, but we can't tank the... We cannot tank the impact. None of you can tank impact. What the heck?
실수라도 했나요?
Okay, 2 attacks going to Sinclair. Alright, Sinclair is the one who we let to have a second attack. No. Who's getting a slash?
뭐야? 나한테 볼 일이야?
Who's getting a slash? What are you getting? You're getting 2 slashes? And they're both fatal to you?
내가 무슨 실수라도 했나요?
Okay, you're getting 1 slash. No, you're getting both from the main abno. And these are both blunt. Okay, so I think what I'll do is have Gregor.
뭐야? 내가 보고 싶었던 거야?
I think I'll have Gregor take the hit. We'll have Gregor take the hit. Everyone else needs to make sure they don't get hit. All right, let's do that then. Yeah. Where is this coming from? That's coming from the back over here. The back is slash. You can take slash, right? Okay, yeah. I think we decided on that. We decided on the slash bit. Oh crap. Gregor, take this one over the side, and you take this one over here. Alright, we good. And she misses that. Maybe I should have used the EGO spams. The only thing I don't like is that we have multiple stages of stagger. Ooh. Wait, what? Many ways to calm one down, but this abnormality seems like gives the most. Fresh batch of blood might be able to appease it. Have a clay doll. Wait. I can't click it. I can't click the clay doll. Offer a sinner. Hey Rhodia, I hope you have a good enough roll for this. Loses 20 HP. Okay. Also 15 SP.
내가 경고했잖아.
Alright, so that was a fail. That was a fail. Does anyone have... Okay, so I guess we're gonna... Oh, she's also staggered. That's not good. If that's the case, let's go ahead and get going then. Hopefully this will be enough to smash that arm. And then we'll focus on everyone else. Oh, unopposed. Where's this attack coming from? Where's this one going to? If that's unopposed, then I guess you're gonna have to go for it. Alright. I didn't have this problem in the mirror dungeon, so
좋은 전략이네요.
it's kind of funny. Didn't notice it had arms? That's the first thing I noticed, because the first round it didn't have any arms, then it grew arms.
그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야.
The one thing I did wish though is I hoped we would fight Snow White, or not Snow White, whatever that Snow White aberration was in Mirror Dungeon. I wish we could have fought that one again. It hasn't happened yet. Not in all the times I've gone through it. It hasn't happened yet. But everything else has popped up. Okay, break the arm.
나의 손으로 잘라낼 수 있다면.
Arm chop! Arm chop! Ooh, one arm is gone. Ow, you are still stunned. Why? Well, crap. Am I gonna have to also get rid of your other arm? Yep, we're also gonna have to get rid of your other arm. And I think Sinclair is up again. So Sinclair... Oh, maybe I should wait a turn because Sinclair has a attack down right now. That's not good. Let's see... I guess I'll go for that. And then we'll try to get these other ones out of the way. And where is this attack coming from? I do not care, because we're gonna let him get hit by this thing. we want to get rid of the clay dolls first. Okay, not enough to take an arm out. Wish you could cycle defensive options, yeah. I wasn't expecting that the defensive options would be limited for each character, but it kind of makes sense if you think of identities as like key pages, right? So, because they're kind of like key pages in Ruina, and some key pages with, you know, the archetype that they have don't have all the defensive options. So it makes sense if you think of it that way, but at the same time, yeah, I get where you're coming from. I get where you're coming from. Okay, all of them are done. And now we just work on you. Slowly. Both arms are gone now. Okay. Yeah, but you could also opt into your defensive options to Ruina. I mean, true. True. There's a lot of stuff missing here that's in Ruina. It's a lot simpler, but it's also not that simple. It's simpler, but not that simple, especially for people coming in who are new. I can just imagine people like who saw this this fancy new game come out on mobile, and it's like, oh, another gacha to try. And they come into this and like, oh, what the heck did I get myself into? What is this? Why is it so hard? Why am I getting beat up by a mariachi band, which I beat, by the way, before the nerf came in. So it's like definitely a lot simpler than managing like 20 pages, but yeah, true. But the thing is, now they actually need to make a manual, you know, an actual manual that we can actually go through, because it's not there. There's like little help thingies, but it's not present, and it's not easily accessible. So they need to do that. Okay, am I gonna have to use an EGO here? Is Rhodia perma-stunned? I think she's perma-stunned. Yeah. I think she's perma-stunned when she got offered. Oh, I did not realize that was gonna happen. Okay, you know what? We are just going to have to deal with it, just like always. What happens? What happens when you have multiple abnos loose on the floor? You deal with it. You just have to deal with it. I'm just gonna use all my EGO here. Multiple wows left loose on 3 different floors, you deal with it. Clerks will die, who cares? Just don't let your agents die, if at all possible. Let's see, what else? Apocalypse Bird is out? Great. Deal with it. Queen of Hatred is also out at the same time? Deal with it at the same time. That's just kind of how it goes. Oh, what's this? Did an ordeal just trigger in the middle of White Knight coming up? Deal with it. We're just gonna deal with it. Rhodia is stunned for the rest of the fight. We deal with it. This is a lot less worse than all the other examples. But you know what? You know what? I digress. To weaken the flame, you'll need cool water. Since we aren't carrying any buckets of water, we should offer up someone cool instead. Clay doll. Loses 100 HP from the clay doll. Doomsday's done. Frenzy of Doomsday is expired. Oh, it's still alive. It's still alive. Okay, now it's gonna kill its mobs. But I'm still gonna try to defend myself because I don't exactly remember how this order works. I think I'm just supposed to kill it, but I'm just gonna put some clashes up just in case. It should be over. It technically should be over. But we're just gonna protect ourselves for now. Oh yeah, it should be over. It should be over. It only has 75 HP. And we just offer another clay doll and should be dead. Oh, I guess she was. Oh, she was in action. I guess it took 2 turns for that. The stars are twinkling. When they shine, they'll rob us of all our sight. What gift we give? And then we actually have to offer a sinner now. Okay, who has sloth? Okay, we don't really have many options here. I do not want to entrust my role on... Okay, we only have single die rolls. Okay. Hey, Don, you're up. Nice. Nice. All sinners lose 30 SP. That's fine. We'll be better. I actually like this Abno. I like this Abno, and I also like the Snow White Abno. Those were pretty cool. The one Abno that I hate with all my fiber that I've fought so far is the fish. The headless fish. I don't like that one. That one hurts. The rolls are too high. It's way too strong. There are too many parts. The stagger values are way too ridiculous. I usually lose 2 or 3 people before I finish that thing off. I have to have like resources ready for ego to be able to survive that. Even then, just barely. I hate it so much. These bugs aren't so bad after the last floor's abnormality. Don't want anything like that ever again.
그거 그 얘기 들으면 기뻐하겠다. 안 그래 벌레 친구?
Haven't fought the fish yet. Eventually, if you do more mirror dungeons, you will. You will.
다들 아까부터 무슨 소리 안 들려?
소리라면 계속 들렸잖아요. 노자 씨, 이 상황에서까지 배가 고픈 거예요?
그런 건 모르는 척하는 거야. 응?
아니, 그거 말고.
Yeah, my main account is also on the start of Kanto 3, so hopefully we'll get through Chapter 2, Kanto 2 next week, and then the week after I'll be able to merge, and then I can use my main account because I want to be able to like read the story as I go through, but I've had to skip. Oh, did I skip something? Now that I think of it. For the first time on the expedition, Gregor walked ahead of the group and opened the door next to him as if by compulsion. Okay. The Lego boss actually did a pretty number on me. They're actually kind of tough. Not gonna lie, they're kind of tough. But they're also manageable once you get them to a certain point. Gregor gazed into the shower of golden light pouring into the room. From the room.
우리 시간 여행이라도 한 걸까요?
I see an overcast sky. Oh, this is a flashback. Cries and screams twist and ring out at a distance. And with that, gunfire and artillery create a cacophony.
딱 보면 모르는가? 이곳은 전장, 한복판.
That's a lot of bug people. That's a lot of bug people.
이건 꿈? 악몽?
Okay, he's having a little PTSD.
왜 또다시?
그러니까 왜 전장 한복판에 있냔 말이야? 함정이라도 빠진 거 아니야?
아니요. 길을 잘 찾은 것 같군요. 멀지 않은 곳에 우리가 찾던 기술의 정수가 있습니다.
황금가지요?
네. 다들 이곳이 언제인지 알아보시겠나요?
눈이라는 게 있다면 한눈에 알아보겠지.
I actually don't. I actually also don't. What is this? What fight is this? Is this the smoke wars I heard about?
관리자님은 모르는 게 당연합니다. 관리자님께서는 눈이 없으시니.
그걸 변명이라고 하나요?
Otis cleared her throat as if to mask her embarrassment, then turned her narrow gaze to the battlefield.
소속을 과시하는 듯한 형형색색 촌스러운 깃발들이 나부끼는 걸로 봐선 연기 전쟁이 발발한 지 최소 70일 후
70 days into the smoke war. I see. So it was a smoke war.
입니다, 관리자님.
Suddenly there was a strong tug at Heathcliff's coat from behind.
당신들 미쳤어? 어서 대피해! 저 폭탄에 노출되면 급격하게 노화가 진행된다고!
Are they interacting with this with this?
옆 초소 직원들은 지금 전쟁이고 뭐고 지팡이 없이는 걷지도 못한다니까!
대체 이 자식은 누군데 아는 척을?
그레고로 과장님, 고생 많으십니다.
Gregor. The bandaged man snapped back to attention and saluted Gregor as soon as he saw him.
저를 모르시겠죠? 생체관리팀 토마입니다.
Toma from Biomimetics. What is Biomimetics?
선발 대열에 계신 줄 알았는데 후방에 있었을 줄은 몰랐네요. 합류를 해야 하는 거면 제가 도와드릴까요? 전 다리 특화형이어서 점프에는 자신이.
Ah, okay, that kind of maintenance, I see.
말만 들어도 징그러워.
Toma looked at Rhodia with suspicion.
당신 방금 무슨 말을?
도마 대리 사원인가?
네, 2등 사원입니다.
이쪽은 아직 시술된 지 얼마 안 된 직원이라 정신 착란 부작용이 해결되지 않았어. 내가 잘 타이르지.
그렇군요. 아무리 그래도 전시회 준비도 안 된 직원을.
미안하네. 내가 급히 데려갈 일이 있어서.
He's getting major PTSD from this. It doesn't help that he's actually able to interact with it. Gregor practically yanked himself out of the conversation, hurriedly walked past to Faust.
어떻게 된 거지, 파우스트 씨? 이건
Nameplate? What about the nameplate? Where am I looking for the nameplate? Because I'm seeing this this badge over here, but I'm not sure what I'm looking for. This one over here. Yeah, the number 13. Right, you did mention it. And there's only 12 of them, so there's a missing number. And if anything, the missing number is probably Dante, because it's the only thing that makes sense, unless the missing number is elsewhere.
내 기억이잖아.
정확히는 자아심도예요.
Or in the phantoms of your ego. I see.
당신의 마음속에 나 있는 하나의 길. 우리가 그레고르 씨의 마음 안에 들어오게 되었다는 뜻이죠.
Number 2. Who's number 1? Oh, number 1 is Yi Sang? I don't know some of these people's names. I only know a few.
2층에는 유독 구더기들이 많이 보이네.
Manager. We get manager here though. We don't get a sinner plate. These bugs aren't so bad after the last floor's abnormality. Oh wait. Oh jeez. This is the it repeats again. It repeats again, just making sure.
그거 그레기 들으면
Yeah, it repeats.
안 그래?
It's like we already saw this. Second time today that it looped. Okay, we're finally here at the last bit. Let's get this over with. I need to remember to take Faust with me
명령에 따를게요.
when we get to the ab now.
효율적이라면.
Ooh. So
토할 것 같아요. 눈앞의 것들이 모조리 일렁이고 있어서.
I gotta say though, the flag over here has a really interesting image on it. I'm not sure what to make of it, to be perfectly honest. Like, it has a guy in a suit and glasses, red, white, and blue. Maybe mostly blue and red. I'm not exactly sure what to deal with, what to make about this. Faust is actually pretty good. I like Faust because her ego, her Zion ego anyway, is like an AoE. And it also heals your sanity. So if you need a little sanity boost, then she'll heal the team with like, I think 12 sanity, which is pretty decent if you need a little extra. But the AoE is the main bit. It doesn't hit everything, but hits like I think 3 or 4 targets. She's also pretty fast. True. I think the only thing I'm wondering is there an ego that hits everything? Because I don't think I've seen one yet. It only hits like maybe 3 or 4 at best. Maybe once we get an LF, we'll get there. But
신압이 높아지고 있는 것 같군요.
it gets pretty expensive to use as ego corruption. I don't think I've ever had an ego corruption yet, so I wouldn't know. I don't think you can get an ego corruption with Zion, but anything above Zion you can get an ego corruption.
하지만
Because a lot of those require sanity.
불안한 악몽을 꾸었던 적이 있었던 것 같다. 혹은 아직도 악몽을 꾸고 있는 것일지도 모르겠다.
That is called PTSD.
이 꿈, 이 공간에 존재하는 색이라고는 단 2개다. 벽을 온통 뒤덮은 청색, 그리고 흔들리는 적색.
Yeah, double check Otis's ego, and you'll probably see a sanity cost. Just keep that in mind whenever you do use it. Also, the cost goes up quite a bit. You have to like specifically make a team for that ego if you ever want to like use it. It's kind of tough sometimes to make a team just to be able to use it.
그리고 난 이곳을 나가는 방법에 대해 알고 있다.
It's also an AoE, so which is nice.
팔을 뻗어 무기력하게 흔들리는 사과를 조각내기만 하면 되는 것이었다.红색 가운을 입은 자들은 내가 그 조건을 이해하지 못하는 것처럼 보였는지 하루에도 몇 번씩 찾아와서 설명을 반복했지만 안타깝게도 내가 이해하지 못하는 것은 그런 것이 아니었다. 마침내 이해하기를 포기하고 동강난 사과가 땅에 떨어지던 그때 닫혀있던 문이 열렸다.
Something about an apple? Wait. I'm gonna read a little bit back here because I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Okay, it's just back in his nightmare. I see.
계기는 기억나지 않는다. 정신적으로 너무 지쳐 있었던 걸지도 모르고 그냥 체념하기로 결심했던 걸지도 모른다. 어찌됐든 악몽에서 벗어나고 싶다는 생각을 했다는 것만.
드디어 해냈네? 그럴 줄 알았어. 성공적인 수술이었거든.
Surgery time.
앞으로도 그렇게 하면 된단다. 눈앞에 사과를 조각내는 거야. 아, 맞다. 15번째 생일을 축하해.
15th birthday.
네. 포기와 체념을 통해 벗어난 악몽. 어느 날 아침 꿈에서 깨어나고 나니 나는 한 마리 흉측한 해충으로 변해 있었음을 발견할 수 있었다.
Wait. Did these companies recruit teenagers into their to do this kind of thing? I mean, I knew they started young, but I didn't think they started that young.
어떤 건 딱딱했고 허석했고 물렀고.
You know, I've said this earlier, but I'm surprised that the city still has people after all the stuff that happens in all the stories, you know? People dying left and right, people being experimented left and right. How do you still have people in this city? How big is this city that there's still people in it?
동네가 퍼질 때마다
Oh, that's a heart.
가끔 구역질이 났다. 깨달은 건 언제였을까? 꿈에서 깨어났다고 생각했지만 나는 여전히 악몽의 한가운데였다는 것을.
Man, I'm actually also surprised that we get Gregor's story first here. There's probably going to be at least 13 chapters, one for each sinner. With the 13th chapter being whoever the missing number is. Okay, easy fight at least. Easy fight at least. Oh, is it actually easy? Yeah, sure, why not?
해보겠습니다.
I feel like I heard somewhere that the city is like is like almost nation size or something. Probably. The Missing Sinner's second Faust. Maybe. Second Faust, that would be... I don't know, do we want 2 Fausts? Yeah, actually no, second Faust is probably not a bad... It's not a bad one to have. The one that we don't want 2 of is like 2 Dawns. We don't want 2 Dawns and we don't want 2 Heathcliffs because holy crap. Imagine dealing with 2 Heathcliffs and 2 Dawns.
좋은 전략이네요.
Maybe not at the same time, but it's like you have either double the insanity or double the bloodlust, and we don't need either one. we have too much stuff to deal with. All right, we have too much stuff to deal with. Everyone else, I think we can have 2 of, and it's not gonna be too bad. Yeah, those are the 2 worst that I can think of. 2 Ryoshu's? I don't know. I feel like Ryoshu is mostly well behaved. I could be wrong, but she's mostly well behaved. But you do have to check up on her. Otherwise, who knows what she might do.
전쟁터 한가운데.
아까랑 같은 장소네요. 조금 달라졌지만.
Again? There was a strong tug at Heathcliff's coat from behind.
당신들 미쳤어? 어서 대피하라고.
Oh.
저 폭탄에 노출되면 급격하게 노화가 돼.
Okay, it's a little different now.
옆둥지 직원들은 지금 전쟁이고 뭐고 지팡이 없이는 걷지도 못한다니까.
First the building, now the nest.
잠깐. 이전은 아까 그
Yeah, it's the same one, except he's a little bit different.
하지만 너무 걱정하지 마. 그레고르님이 계시니까.
Right, I forgot about that. I forgot she did that. So yeah, we don't want another one of her either.
우리와 다르게 부작용도 적고 심지어 재생까지 가능하잖아요.
And now he also has something growing out of his eye. Bandage.
실력으로는 누구보다 탁월한 헤르만 이사님이 직접 손보신 분인데. 그런 분이 후발부대에 계시면 안 되죠? 제가 태워다 드리겠습니다.
뭔데? 가까이 오지 마.
4 pairs of wings emerge from his back, clicking and twitching. He has become full bug.
왜 도망가세요? 기사의 깃발을 들고 앞장서서 싸워주셔야죠.
That's not what you said earlier.
난 한 번도 원한 적 없었어. 개조도 전쟁도.
I never asked for this.
앞장서서.
Oh. Well, that's something. Toma's mouth opens unnaturally, and a pair of long antennae begin to grow from his head.
또 싸워야 돼? 슬슬 속이 안 좋아지는데.
무슨 헛소리지? 명령 불복종자가 되고 싶은 건가?
I think we should run here?
탁월한 계획입니다, 관리자님. 치고 빠질 때를 잘 아시는군요.
뭐 이런 녀석이 더 있어?
Her tune does change pretty quickly at a drop of a hat.
후퇴는 용납되지 않을 거예요.
이해가 되지 않아요. 전 직원들을 대상으로 개조가 이루어졌다고는 들었지만 이렇게까지 고약하진 않았을 텐데요.
사실과는 다소 다를 수 있습니다. 그레고르 씨의 기억이 아닌 마음이 만든 길이니까요.
I mean, at least Otis is easy to deal with, you know. I mean, if you say do something, she'll do it, and it's easy. It's easy.
마음속에서 아군들은 이런 모습으로 남아 있었던 거군요. 그 둥지에서 모든 직원들이 개조 수술을 받았던 건가요?
대부분.
다들 동의하에 집도되었던 건가요? 이건 정말...
엘사 직원들은 동의를 구하고 인신공양을 했던가?
You kind of had to. You kind of had to. I did not want people to die, but they just did.
그건 계약서에 명시가 되어 있었다고 했어요. 우린 알지 못했지만 효율적인 관리를 위해서는 그런 절차는 배제해야 한다고.
Wow. We also had pretty bad business practices, didn't we? I think everyone here has pretty bad business practices. Is there any place in this city that has decent business practices? Because I feel like there's no place that has a decent business practice. It's a rarity.
공포를 직면해야만 한다고. 그러니까 입사한 직원들은 전부 자기도 모르게 동의한 셈이죠.
Imagine the only businesses who function normally are in the nest, like leisure. True, or maybe like restaurants too. Yeah. At least some restaurants. We're not talking about one restaurant that we know in the back streets. That's a different one. That's a different one altogether. Whew. Also, it doesn't seem to be that. It doesn't seem like there's any actual livestock around here. Yeah. You hear a faint voice. Please help. Do you follow the sound or check out the source of the voice? Pride check and get a GIF. Okay, let's try it. Pride check. Just kill me. It hurts too much. You can't ignore this person who will be ordered to bring the soldier to peace. Rhodia? Really? Okay, let's try Rhodia. She has one role that she needs to do. Nice. You need to be at the top of the wing to appreciate business practice. I think that's a different type of business practice. Also, welcome, Anthony. Welcome. The soldier's life was delivered a coup de grace by a knife. The human rhythm that rose through the blade soon ceased, and the soldier was eased into eternal rest. Thank you. Shoddy dressing.
다른 애들이었으면 못했을걸.
What is shoddy dressing? Gain 10% max HP. Alright. Okay. Heal. Oh, we got it. We got another. There's like a cutscene in every single one of these.
요리 씨, 안 오고 뭐해?
잠시만요. 가방에서 방독면이 떨어져서.
이젠 쓸모도 없을 텐데. 군장의 무게만 늘리는군.
아야씨, 유품이잖아요.
I see.
N사 소속도 아니면서 세상에서 가장 의미 없는 짓을 하는군.
On a lighter note, there do technically have to be like a actual customer-consumer business, and the like in the city will never function. Just a lot of really shit area and practices. I bet.
반대로 묶어야 돼요.
네?
매듭이요. 그렇게 묶으면 금방 다시 떨어질 거예요. 배에서 안 풀리게 묶던 방법이 있었어요. 버스로 돌아가면 방법 알려드릴게요.
Yeah, she used to be in a boat.
아, 고마워요.
뭔데? 너네 뭔데 화목하고 자빠졌냐?
유리, 이렇게 된 거 림버스 컴퍼니 새 수감자로 합류는 어때?
제가요?
Yeah, consider this as your trial run.
그건
알아. 베르겔리우스나 그 윗선의 권한이라는 거. 그래도 말은 꺼내볼 수 있잖아.
글쎄요.
그리고 분홍머리가 회사의 마스코트로도 제격이거든. 어때? 어?
Man, it would be nice if we could get her, huh?
마스코트요?
It would be nice if we could get her. Yuri made a smile for the first time, albeit faintly. I already know. I already know. A little part of me wishes, you know? I actually have not seen the Madoka reference art. I actually have not.
전쟁은 끝났다.
Oh, I think I've seen... the war was over.
하지만 난 아직도 우스꽝스러운 포즈와 자신만만한 얼굴을 하고 있어.
Oh, so this was Gregor right after the war. And this is the poster he was put on. I see.
난 저런 표정은 짓지 않는데.
Not your famous Gregor.
하지만 팔에 나 있는 털만큼은 역겹게 아주 잘 그렸군. 누가 그린 거지? 유머가 늘었다. 악몽 속에 오래 잠겨 있다 보니 살고 싶어 그렇게 된 모양이다.
쥐사 새끼들은 모조리 참수시켜버려야 돼.
누군가 중얼거리면서 바닥에 가래침을 뱉는 소리가 들린다.
Apparently not very well liked either.
목소리의 방향이 어디로 향했는지는 쳐다보지 않아도 알 수 있었다.
I don't even... Okay, so the only thing I understood of G Corp is that they're... what was the thing called again? The thing that that artifact that they have is to turn people into insects. That is their main gig. But other than that, I can't imagine what else they would do. It just doesn't make sense.
그래서였을까? 속이 메스꺼렸다.
Motion sickness.
저기요, 괜찮으세요?
I guess his arm's not transformed here.
어이, 괜찮은 거야? 얼굴빛이 영 안 좋아 보이는데?
지하철이었는데. 무슨 개소리야?
그래, 여긴 여전히 전쟁터야.
Yeah, he was just having a little flashback. Gregor groped his pocket with stumbling hands, looking for a cigarette out of habit, but soon stopped. It dawned on him as it did me. All the sinners seem to have realized it now. Toma is going to grab us and give a warning any second now.
당신들.
Or not.
토마 씨, 대사가 슬슬 지겨워져서 그런데 우린 미치지도 않았고 노아 폭탄은 안 맞을 거야.
아니.
Oh? Instead of elaborating, he points up. Also, he's changed so much. Also, is that a giant hand?
나 살려달라고. 죽고 싶지 않아.
Okay. He got squashed like a bug. Like literally. I see multiple hands. I see a foot. I think this was before LULdog, so this can't be an abno or a distortion. What the heck is this thing? This is a witch from Madoka? There's only one thing to say in a situation like this. What is it? Run. Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what this thing is. This can't be an abno or distortion. Such a thing did not exist back in the day. We muster everything we can do to run, but the airborne hand is ever persistent, shows no signs of letting up.
다 같이 군죽행이 되겠어. 대책 없어 똑똑한 양반.
This is what you guys fought with?
듣는 중이에요. 심상 속은 변수가 너무 다양해서 섣불리 결정하기 힘들기 때문에.
고민할 것이 뭐가 있겠는가? 진정한 영웅은 어떠한 고난에도 굴복하지 않지.
Shut up, Dawn. Shut up, Dawn, for a second, please.
되어버린 시체는 옮길 마음이 없는데. 아, 미안 단테. 당신 보고 한 말은 아니야.
It was tempting to say something back to her, but I figured now was the time to keep my mouth shut, so everyone could focus on running. Alright. And we're not even to the abno yet, and this is happening. Yes?
아직도 생각 중이신가? 모르는 건 없다며?
당장의 해결책을 물어본 거라면 네, 아직 얻지 못했어요. 확실한 건 이 근방에는 황금가지가 존재하지 않는다는 거예요. 그랬다면 단테 씨가 조금 더 적극적인 반응을 보였을 테니.
Me?
장난해? 지금까지 겨우 알아낸 게 그거야?
Heathcliff furrowed his brows, ready to snap at the unhelpful savant. I mean, he's got a point there. But a sudden close shave with a massive paw made him focus his energy on his legs rather than his mouth. Well, I'm guessing we're gonna get a check soon?
그레고르 씨?
Not yet, I guess.
뭐야? 왜 갑자기 멈춰?
알 것 같아. 이것이 내 세계라면.
Gregor took a breather, then looked up at the sky.
우리들은 저 손을 피하면 안 돼.
여이 마탱이가 가버렸냐?
그레고르, 확실한가요?
지금까지 뭐 하나 내 의지대로 살아본 적이 없었어. 이곳 역시 저항 자체가 무의미한 공간이라는 거겠지. 그렇다면 저항을 그만두는 게 해답일지도 몰라.
진심이냐, 다들?
별다른 방법이 없잖아요. 다들 지쳤다고요.
그리고 말이지, 저 손톱 말이야.
Yeah, I noticed that there's a nail polish. What's up with that?
저런 무늬의 매니큐어는 흔하지 않다고. 손바닥의 주인이 그 사람이 맞다면 절대 날 포기하지 않을 거야. 하우스트 씨, 당신 이게 내 마음의 길이랬나? 그렇다면 확실할 거야. 내 마음의 길은 이 이후로는 막다른 길일 예정이거든. 악몽도 길도 그 사람의 통제 밖으로 벗어나 본 적이 없었으니까.
Who is Gregor talking about, and what does he mean by a nightmare? Probably his ex. Some exes can be really relentless. As much as I want to ask him.
될 대로 되지.
Soon enough, the giant hand cast its shadow over us, descending. Just before it reached us, it stopped to hold us in its grasp. Everything went dark. I felt a disorienting nausea of being lifted into the sky. And Sinclair is about to throw chunks. While everyone else was suffering from it, Faust and I were the only ones standing straight. I noticed that the battlefield had changed into somewhere familiar. And all of this has gone away. While traversing a narrow passage, a swarm of cockroaches crawled into the way. Nice. Rustling visage is almost revolting. The cockroaches are also gigantic. Do we walk past through them? Carefully move past the gross swarm. All allies lose SP. Don't want to do that. Enough is enough. Crush the cockroaches. Crush them. Turned away from the carnage, discontent. Soon a crowd of angry bug soldiers came going for us. Okay. So Gregor takes a sanity hit. But he'll be fine. He'll survive. He'll survive. I'm putting you in so you can recover sanity, okay?
효율적이라면.
I'm gonna put you in so you can recover sanity. Fighting is the best way to take your problems off, to take your minds off your problems. Or, you know, work, fight, do something mindless. Which this is. Holy crap, they have changed way too much. Okay. Clear hit. I guess we'll do the tremor. Rupture, no choice there. No choice. Go for the hit. Alright.
해보겠습니다.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful with my actions now that we're actually in the dungeon. And Sinclair took a couple. Alright then. Wait, what's about this one? Gain attack power up next turn. Sure, why not?
좋은 전략이네요. 가보죠.
Alright, mostly surviving this. Oh, nope. Dawn took a few hits. Don't. At least they're not very strong. At least they're. Oh, nope, not that one. Sure. I don't like these one coin ones, but. Guess we'll just have to deal.
금방 다녀올게.
Thank goodness they're weak.
제가 해낸 거 맞죠?
But for some reason, I'm not able to do a whole lot of damage on them. I wonder if it's because they're just not that strong yet. Probably just not that strong yet. Oops. couple of bleed. Shake it off. Shake it off. Yeah, there's no good options here, is there? Struggling. Alright, we'll fix that. You know what? We'll fix that.
좋아, 간다.
Two bugs down. Alright. That was not a good roll. But hopefully it's going to be enough to at least stagger. Nope. Not even close. And Gregor with a cleanup fail. Okay, we're down to 2 at least. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with that.
금방 다녀올게.
Alright. I guess this was gonna be a tough fight regardless. That way we're just going to get a free ego gif. That was not gonna be the case apparently. Start of the turn, allies with 50% or less heal 5 HP. Yeah, that's not bad. Alright. Okay, do we... I guess we put Dawn in here to heal up.
최선이겠죠?
Also surprised we don't get a story right off the bat, because every single node in this dungeon has been a story thing. Which I'm assuming every dungeon is that way? Alright, now for something a little bit easier. Yeah, let's have you deal with this one. Green? Let's do heads. Who is attacking? I think it's Gregor. 5, 6, 5, 6, 3, 4. I think I'm gonna have Gregor attack this one back here. Yeah, they're pretty slow, so we can like redirect. We can redirect all of that. Nice.
해보겠습니다.
적을 난파시켰습니다.
Fire bugs, and I don't know what these things are. What are these little pill bug kind of things? Because I can't see. I can't see anything. They just kind of look rolled up. They kind of look like balls. They're just balls. Oh, what are your speeds? Okay, the one is staggered, so we can like do different stuff here. All right. Gregor's got to deal with this one in the back. Easy. And everyone else should have a fairly easy time with Dawn on cleanup.
좋아, 간다.
Nice.
겨우 이 정도야. 꺼냈다. 맛있는 거 준비해줘. 승리했어.
Just 2 left. You know what? I think I'm gonna go for the forbidden win rate. 1 win rate.
금방 다녀올게.
가라앉는군요.
It's like it's pretty easy. May as well. I should probably actually split the attacks up just in case that one didn't go through. How close are we now? I think we are... Oh, right there. We're right there. Time for the fight. Time for the fight. I'm gonna have to bring Faust for this one. I actually want her here this time. Who has... So Dawn is usually who I would pick for Lust. Do I have any other options? There's Ryoshu. No. It's just Ryoshu and Dawn. Really? Let's see, what are your passives? Deal and take 25, but you need 3 green. Oh, we got plenty of green. Don't worry about it. Okay, I guess we'll go like this then.
그럴듯한 예술이라면
Let's
더
go
좋을
like
텐데
this.
말이야.
Roshu. I don't like having to use 1-point attacks, so hopefully Roshu has better.
여태까지 만난 것들과는 다른 느낌이 들지 않나요?
Yeah, it really does. Wait, is this?
네. 황금가지가 뿌리 내린 환상체가 있을 거예요.
그래도 다 온 모양이구만.
그레고르 씨, 버스로 돌아가면 카론한테 지도 보는 법을 알려줘도 될까요?
Please.
응, 그래. 카론이 좋아할 거야.
그럴 리가요.
Sinclair shook his head, then dry retched afterwards.
돌아갈 곳이 있다는 건 좋은 거네요.
And that's a flag. That is a flag. Well, let's just get through it, shall we? We already know how this is gonna end. We already know how this is gonna end. Alright! Let's do it. Struggling. Already? Okay. Let me see if I can use unopposed. Who is actually getting targeted? Because I can't do anything else here. Let's see. Poise. If target previously took damage this turn, increase damage. Alright. Neutral. What if I use green? Struggles. Okay, I guess we'll go with the other one. Bleed. I'm gonna make you bleed so much. And for Faust, paralysis. Offense level down. Yes. Let's go.
행동을 개시합니다.
Break through the shield. Nice. Got the offense level down. That should help. Roshu, why? That was not supposed to happen, Roshu. You know better than that. Don't get hit. Don't get hit. Let's see, do we have enough reds? I do not think so, but... Struggle. If that's the case, then... That's also not good. Unopposed. Anyone? You do. Oh, well, we have to use it down here. Okay, so maybe not that. Let's have Rodion take care of that one. I was gonna save that ego for later, but may as well.
모든 걸 거둬들일 순 없었어.
Not even enough to break. Okay. At least there's some bleed on there. Wait, what's that apple buff? Hold up, I don't remember seeing this. Turn start, heal 10 HP per count. Okay, that's not terrible then. That's not terrible. Now we have a lot of greens already. I guess let's go ahead and switch it up a little bit. Let's switch it up a little bit. Yes. Unopposed. Alright. Paralysis, offense down. Guess we'll go for the offense down. Actually, is paralysis any better? No, it's not. I don't think paralysis works quite as well here as it does in Rowena. And only lasts the turn that you inflicted, I think. So that's another minus. Or maybe it goes also to the next turn. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, apple's almost chopped at least. Stagger, let's go. All out attack! All out attack! Doesn't want to go down. The apple's body broke and the raging fruit still grew. Would the golden bowl really be here? I'll go check it out, Yuri said to the others. The sinners with the bug's arms seem nervous about this. Does he want to go with her, perhaps? We can't send Yuri out alone. Except if we use Gregor, it doesn't help. I guess we'll go ahead and use Faust for this one. Good check. Faust managed to escape, but it seems Yuri couldn't. The fruit's flesh melted to form a new body. Oh, that's what happened. Don't feel too guilty about it. One lost life is better than two. Oh. That's how Yuri dies. I thought it was afterwards. Well then.
성공에 연연해하지 마세요.
Well then. The abnormality devoured Yuri in one bite. She was gone without a trace. I can save the other sinners, but there's nothing I can do about Yuri. Without a word, Gregor hacked and slashed away at the abnormality, as if he expected to find Yuri unscathed by slicing the apple open. Boss fight part round 2, let's go. Faust, you're up. You are up, Faust. Alright, let's hope this'll break a few parts, because if it doesn't, that's okay too, but I'd rather it did. Struggle? Okay, so I guess there are some parts that are not quite as difficult. Struggle. You know what? Let's go. I cannot do that. I can't do that. Okay, struggle we will have to. Wait, do we have to do this? Struggle. Alright. I guess we do. I guess we do. Let's go.
예술이 뭔지 보여주지.
Remember the apple being not this difficult to deal with.
내 팔은 뼈에 있었어.
76. Holy crap. That's a lot.
모든 결과들은 파우스트가 알아요.
And this is why we bring Faust in for that multi-hit. Also a little sanity gain. And it's down to 2. This one's not doing anything, so I guess we'll just, you know, let's go at it. Let's go. What is this X? Probably should have checked that out first. I guess we broke the apple a little bit too much, huh? And Faust does not have a follow-up. What do you need, Faust? You need a couple of blues? Alright, let's see if we can get a couple of blues this turn. We will try. Who is this? This is Rhodey. Neutral. Unopposed. Neutral. Sure. Guess we'll try to get some DNA thingy here. And Faust with the... Wait. Oh, crap. That's the wrong one. Struggle! Sure, keep struggling.
행동을 개시합니다.
Come on, only 105 HP. We practically took that thing down to almost dead in one turn. Nice. Alrighty then. Time to go ham. Are you the only one who can go ham? Nope. Faust can also go ham. Let's see, where's Gregor? Gregor's over here. Ishmael's over here. Hopefully that'll do it. And it doesn't really matter where Faust attacks because she can't do much there. Unopposed, unopposed, let's go.
행동을 개시합니다.
It's the end of the fight anyway, we're good, we're good.
그 자식은 아직 살아 있을 거야.
Dead? The mass of maggots falls apart in a hail of silent screams. Beyond that, I see a wave of radiant golden light. Is that the golden bow? Just as I begin to approach it, the apple begins to tremble.
저 혹시 림버스 컴퍼니에서 오신 분들 맞나요?
Yuri? You okay? Even though I had clearly seen it devour her, I couldn't stop myself from asking.
버스로 돌아가면 카론한테 알려줘도 될까요?
Nope, she's long gone. She's long gone. When I saw a glimpse of the pink locks of hair that Rhodia took a liking to, then I saw. And this is what happens to her. I was kind of disappointed I couldn't skip this the first time I saw it. So I was extremely confused at this scene. But it's like, as a former employee of LULdog, yeah, that was going to happen at some point, wasn't it? Yuri's head stood motionless, facing Gregor. Her face was upright. However, the Yuri we knew and accompanied had always hunched over. Was always hunched over. She slouched at all times, as though it were her sole surviving obligation to carry the wills of her late colleagues. Given that, I can warn him with confidence. That isn't Yuri, Gregor.
그래. 내 생각에도 그런 것 같아.
Gregor accepts it calmly. He then outstretches his arm, sending it flying towards Yuri. Yet it soon stops traveling.
죽고 싶지 않았어요.
Cut her down, Gregor. I don't know if this is the right thing to do as the manager.
그 누구도 죽고 싶어 하진 않았어요.
But I had to shout at Gregor now to stop him from being ruined. Cut it now! Add more PTSD to the bug boy here.
죽기 싫어요.
이건
The verminous arm stopped right before reaching the civilian's throat. I pulled against it with all my might, but it wouldn't budge.
여자를 놔줘. 아니면 대응 공격을 하겠다.
I guess he had a relapse?
내 팔을 잘라줘. 어서! 다시 말한다. 놔주지 않으면
He just said cut it off!
달라고!
As the dismembered arm falls to the ground, she slides down the wall gasping. However, peace doesn't last long. The arm starts regenerating from its twitching stump.
괜찮으십니까?
가까이 오지 마. 가까이 오면 안 돼.
The regrown arm rushes forward as it remembered the pain it suffered from mere moments ago. And Yuri.
그레고로 과장님, 항상 존경하고 있습니다.
존경하지 마. 난 내가 원해서 참전한 것도 아니야.
그럼 난 도대체 어쩌라는 거예요? 살아남은 게 죄예요?
그냥 살아가 제발. 우리가 원해서 이 비극 속에 떨어진 거 아니잖아.
끝에 끝에서 결실을 목전에 두고 멈추다니 실로 개탄스럽군.
Wait, who is that?
뭐 우리야 좋지. 잡지 않은 기회는 유찰될 뿐이야.
Yuri's head fell to the ground. Who was that? It wasn't Gregor's doing. Yuri's mouth opens and lets something out. It was a tree branch radiating a bright golden glow.
가지를 찾고 있었니?
Wait, who are you people?
당신
생각보단 좀 작다. 그치? 난 헤르만이라고 해. 앞으로 자주 보게 될 거야. 왜냐하면
Herman? Aren't you the one that did the operation on Gregor here?
우리는 가지가 필요하고 너희는 가지를 찾을 수 있고 너희는 죽지 않지만 우린
Herman nudges Yuri's head with her foot. Oh, Herman's this one at the front.
물론 지금은 말고 황금 가지는 우리 쪽에서 안전하게 수거해 갈게.
구보, 나의 벗. 이것이 그대가 선택한 길이오.
Was it in the OP? I don't remember.
맞아. 이젠 몇 안 남았지.
오랜만이네, 형.
Brother?
네 옷에 더러운 냄새가 나는 거 알고 있어? 지금 꼴을 가족들이 봤어야 했는데.
Oh, this guy's your brother.
아주 만남의 광장이로군.
내가 준 선물은 잘 간직하고 있어?
Oh, this is Herman. Son? Gregor, this is your mom?
고작 이런 꼬락서니가 되라고 준 건 아니었는데.
바란 적 없어. 한 번도.
Oh. Okay, that makes sense now why he got the operation at 15. And why he got special treatment. Okay.
그래도 포장지는 마저 뜯어야지. 고작 그 능력이 내가 준 전부가 아니거든.
자, 인사는 여기까지.
The man who introduced himself as Jia Huan clapped twice. Then everything went dark. Okay, someone turned off the lights. Like walking from a long nightmare. Waking from a long nightmare. The yearly dawn greets you. The early dawn greets you. I can't read. Some time pass.
쉬운 임무라고 생각했는데.
Hey, we did not expect those people, okay?
눈앞에서 황금 가지를 빼앗기고 당당히도 복귀했군. 나의 과대평가였나?
I don't know what to tell you, Virgil, but I kind of feel like those people were out of our league.
파우스터 씨, 변명이라도 해보는 게 어떨지.
불멸만이 해답은 아니더군요.
당신은 할 말이 없습니까, 단테?
There was another group going after the golden bow. You had to have known this, so why didn't you warn me?
황금가지를 노리고 왔던 다른 세력에 대해 물어보네요.
Faust placidly relayed my words to Virgilius.
설마 내게 책임을 묻는 겁니까?
Well, what were we supposed to do?
되묻죠, 단테. 아무런 위협 세력이 없는 곳에 12이나 되는 자들을 내려보낼 이유가 있습니까?
We only use 5, by the way.
해결사까지 추가로 고용해가면서 말이지.
Yeah, I think our head's on fire. Yes, yes.
됐어, 관리자 양반. 그건 내 탓이야. 책망하려면 나에게.
걸작이군. 만난 지 얼마나 되었다고 벌써부터 전우의 냄새를 풍기는지. 뭐 피차 한 배에 묶인 자들끼리 감싸주는 게 나쁘다곤 하진 않겠지만.
All on the same bus, not even the same boat, the same bus.
지구를 감싸주는 게 무능함을 가릴 수 있다고 착각하진 않아줬으면 좋겠어.
연락이 왔습니다. 애프터 팀의 특별작전 사과가 지하로 진입, 작전을 수행한다고 하네요.
그래, 그래야겠지. 남은 애고와 환상체라도 회수해야 할 테니. 정작 중요한 정수는 이렇지만 말이야.
Well, at least we came with something, but I guess the golden bow was the main thing we wanted.
뒤끝이 길군. 전장에서 실패는 을에 있는 법이다. 목표를 달성하지 못했다면 다시 작전을 세워 재투입을 할 뿐이지. 첫 작전에서 너무 많은 걸 바라는 게 아닌가? 관리자님은 첫 지휘라고는 믿을 수 없는 성과를 보여주었다만.
Nothing short of outstanding. Thank you, Otis.
이쯤 해두지. 뭐 아주 틀린 말을 한 것도 아니니까.
그렇죠.
There seemed to be an uncanny tension between Virgilius and Faust. But right now I had neither the energy nor the willpower left in me to get inquisitive. The bus reeked of blood with all the stains and gore on our outfits, yet none of us tried to open the windows. And no one had the urge to have a change of clothes. All of us just sat in place, dwelling on silence. Gregor had the most defeated look of them all, staring out the window. Then he suddenly went to hang something from his pocket near the windshield of the bus.
벌레 양반, 메피의 머리에 뭘 매단 거야?
Is it a gas mask?
유품. 두 사람의 유품이다. 딱 유리씨만한 여동생이 있었거든. 그냥 그랬었다고.
I considered giving him a pep talk, but that quickly dissipated. Ishmael wore a grieving look. Sinclair was quietly weeping, and Rhodia let out a distressed sigh. If they couldn't offer him any encouragement, what good would I do?
카론, 시야에 방해가 되진 않겠나?
카루는 괜찮아.
그래, 출발하지.
Next place.
부릉부릉.
Birum. The bus slowly grumbled forward. The gas mask hanging by the windshield waved like an ornament. And that is Canto 1, I think. Canto 1, end. It's like we actually just finished the game. It's like we just finished the game. Hello, Shiro. Frizetic, welcome, welcome. We actually just finished Canto 1. Yeah. We just finished Canto 1, Chapter 1/Canto 1 of this game, and the music is nice. I don't want to talk over this, so I'm just gonna vibe for now. Oh, that sounds like it was Gregor singing, actually. Wow. He actually gets a character song at the end of the chapter. Well, this is quite the sight, though. Everyone's all bloodied. Do we even have a home to go to, or are we just kind of stuck on the bus? I'm assuming we at least have a place we can rest for a little bit, get a change of clothes, a shower would be nice. What the heck is Dawn doing? Dawn, what the heck? Ham Ham Pam Pang? Do they own Ham Ham Pam Pang, or is this sponsored? Also, sorry I didn't see that message, Shiro. But yes, I'm having a good day so far. I'm having a good day so far. Yeah, that's all for this chapter. Anything else happening here? No? No? I just hit skip? Nothing else? It's just going to black. I don't want to hit skip and miss something. Do I have to hit skip? I guess I have to hit skip. All right. Okay then. Okay. Like I said, I have a personal account that I play through, and when I saw the Apple thing, I wasn't sure what to make of it. But now that I have context, it's so much more. It's so much more terrible than I thought. But then again, that's Life in the City for you, and that's a Project Moon story for you. So, okay, chapter 1 done. Everyone gets upgraded. Basic EGO thread spawn. Okay. The egos now have passives. We can't do the mirror dungeon here, and that's okay because eventually this account is gonna go bye-bye. So next week we're gonna pick up with chapter 2. We're gonna try to get through chapter 2, but we may not get through the dungeon. The chapter 1, Kanto 1, when we did it today, didn't really, it didn't really take too long, but going through the dungeon took like, I think, nearly 2 hours, a little bit more than 2 hours, which is where the bulk of the story is. I feel like going towards the dungeon is basically all filler fluff as far as I could tell, but I guess chapter 2 is going to be a little bit different. But chapter 2 main and then the dungeon's probably going to be 2 different streams. It looks like it's going to be that long. So yeah, now that I have context for chapter 1, I will probably make the next time I do a lobotomy corp run, I'll probably make Yuri. I think someone has made a mod to put Yuri in the game. So I'll probably be using that mod to put her in the game, because she deserves a little bit better than what happened. It's unfortunate that we can't save her, but her fate is sealed. So yeah, sorry Yuri. You would have actually been a really great mascot if you survived, but that did not happen today. That did not happen. But anyway, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. It was nice to be able to talk about the game and actually go through it, and also a bunch of other Project Moon stuff. We will continue with Chapter 2 of Limbus Company next week. Same time, same place. For anyone coming from Twitch, thank you for dropping by. Thank you anyone coming from YouTube, thank you for dropping by. For people who are in Twitch, please consider supporting me on YouTube. The link for that is in the About section in Twitch. If you're already in YouTube, thank you. This is the main channel on YouTube. So yeah, next week we will continue with Kanto 2. We'll probably only get through the main story, I hope. Kanto 2 is also when the difficulty spike of this game comes in. So we'll see how well I do with just the base identities. I don't plan on rolling on this account. I did a little bit at the beginning, but it's kind of pointless because I'm not going to be using any of those identities. We will be just using the base over here. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be grinding this account off stream. I did not grind as I went through I did not grind as I went through Chapter 2 on my personal account, and it carried me pretty well actually. So I'll do the same and see how it is with base identities. I think I had a little bit of a different setup when I went through it and didn't exactly know what I was doing. Now that I know a little bit better, it should be a little bit easier. Train the users until then? Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, we don't actually need to. The thing that the only things that really get leveled are the HP, defense, and the attack and the damage of the skills. However, here's the big however. HP, it doesn't go up that much even after 10 levels. It's an okay increase, but it's not going to save you at the end of the day. The defense and the damage, I still don't know how that damage is calculated, because everything is by dice rolls, and whatever your dice roll is gets changed anyway by modifiers. But the damage and the defense, I don't know how that works. I probably have to read up on it and see if anyone's figured it out yet, because I can't seem to figure it out. I figured out everything except for the mechanics except that, and I don't think a few levels is going to help much at all. So I'm just gonna roll with it. We're gonna do a low level run up to Chapter 2, and then once Chapter 3 comes in, I'll be using my main account because that's where I am right now. I haven't gone through Chapter 3 because content is slow. Content is slow for this game, but the story is pretty interesting, and glad to know that the meat of the story is in the dungeons and not necessarily the main thing before the dungeons. But that might change come Chapter 2. We'll see. I know there's some shenanigans happening in Chapter 2, but I do, like I said, no context. So we'll find out next time. Again, thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. And I'll see you all next time, whenever that might be. Either in the next Limbus Company stream or whenever the next stream is scheduled, which will be soon. I will put up the waiting rooms on YouTube for the schedule, so you can know what is going to come up, hopefully by tomorrow. So keep an eye on that. And thank you all for coming again. Take care, everyone. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.